Alright, it is time for July champion meeting. 3,600 meters. Technically, it's like all the rounds are over. You can see we are queued up for finals. It's always like San Diego Comic Con. I couldn't record it. Couldn't stream anything, but everything recorded though. So let's pull them up and we'll go through it. Like 3,600 meters takes like such a long time to run. I think I'm doing like all round one in one stream, but we'll see. Because each ticket takes like half an hour. So if there's like, 8 tickets for all round one, that's gonna be like 4 hours. And that's like without me talking. So we'll see. Let me pull it up. Yeah, so like this month we are running like 2 pacers, 1 soldier. Let me lower the volume a little bit. So it's gonna be Fenomeno, Hayahide, and Measure Bright. I think, like, honestly, like I think all of these could be a little better, but they're pretty good with how little time I actually spent on them. Like Measure Bright's guts is a little bad. And Fenomeno's power is a little bad too. Why am I waiting for the loading? I'm so used to it. Okay, so round 1, what did we face? I didn't actually watch these super closely. I do know the results. Yeah, like I know Estes is on this Tachyon. I go through all. I basically like went through the build, looked at their records and when they were made. And then I just recorded it. I had to like wake up next day to run the help run the artist. I guess it's like just a was it artist alley? It was like something called small press area. We were just selling stuff at one of the booths basically. So that Opera O does have S distance, but not this Narita Brian. This one was trained beginning of July. What about the TM Opera O? So the day 1 of July and the... Okay, so these were trained this month. The revolution is kind of bad. I probably trained it too early. The other player, no S distance. Has like medium distance skills. This is not from the right month. That's all the way from June. 0 wins, no S distance, that's kind of it. Also with medium distance skills. Beginning of the month though. No S distance. Can't tell what distance skills they have. They're all training the new scenario, but like yeah, they don't got the S distance thing going. So yeah, I mean, round 1 actually felt kind of like people didn't really. So like, there's a lot of like not serious people, or like the 3,600 meters is so hard to do that they didn't end up doing a really hard time building a strong enough character. Because if you look at the top, the final leg. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but the final leg is almost as long as the medium leg. Like when the UI goes away for the final spurt, normally like they make a turn with that one, extreme angle, and then the race is over, right? So they make that turn, the race keeps going, and it's like, what in the world? Yeah, it should be pretty free since there's not really any competitive looking opponents in this one. I would say overall round 1 went pretty well. the performance of the team was very lopsided and that was very surprising. But we'll see. And also, like, problem with recording like the wide screen on the phone, you don't get to see the ultimate cut-ins. It's a little unfortunate. Like they never really added like the ultimate animations to mobile for widescreen. Even though we have it for like the PC version now, like, even DMM switched over to the Steam version, like the build that is. So all of them have like full screen animation cut-ins, but you still don't get that on mobile. So there goes Hayahide's ultimate, but we don't get to see any cut-ins. Yeah, since the opponents are pretty weak, this is pretty free. Now, like once we hit this final leg, you're gonna see like us pull really far away from the opponent. You can see Hayahide going crazy. It's really surprising, how big a gap she's making. But this final leg takes forever though. And like a lot of round one kind of had like a similar shape of how the race unfolded. Yeah, we'll see in a moment though. So you get this turn, right? And then normally the race ends after this turn. Like none of the UI is there. I don't even know how much race is left, right? Yeah, this final leg just takes so long. It's crazy. So we guys compete, but like Bright has really terrible guts. She's like 1000. Like her power and her wit is like really high. That's like the one I've got to do. Whoops. Yeah, we can skip because it's a recording. We might actually do this a lot faster since I don't have to like waste time on like too much stuff. Okay, so this simply Chris S, really good stats, S distance, S wisdom or intelligence. Let's see, double circle long distance, but only one sojourn skill. As the heal is 85, 57. That's like kind of, it's really hard to get skill points as soldiers now, especially if because we don't really have like 3 speed cards very easily as a free-to-play player. And I think it's stronger to opt for the single power card. That's what we did for Benjo Bright. But even so, it's like you see how low the power is like on this Laurel as well. That's like not very scary. Like high power is really scary because it really helps you push up. So this player went for a double width card build. 8328. It's because the Rudolph width gain is really bad. You don't really get much out of it. And then a lot of builds look like this, which is like the power and width around 1600, which is a competitive line. I don't think 1500 is good enough anymore. It's like 1600 and above. But it might not be good enough just because it's like super ultra long distance. We never really had it before. So like managing the build is quite difficult. So this Laurel, a little bit scarier looking. Power is not as high. Like any soldier over 1600 power is kind of scary. Wow, she got 95, 94 skill points. What deck was that? It's really hard to hit over 9000 for a soldier. Oh, it's a double wit. That makes sense. Wow, 1500 power with 2 wit cards. That's crazy. Normally, like you run triple speed cards to raise the power. This character not Top Gun. My Hunting Cafe is super scary. 1400 power is not that scary, but 1800 wit is being about 9154 skill points. So that's all the daring tag carrying the skill point. But you see this Chrono Genesis has way better power. It's because the triple speed deck really gives you that power. The builds look pretty decent from a quick scan. 9232 is I think is like average for a baser right now. I think with a triple speed deck, you can hit like 94 and above. Yeah, because everyone should have Tokai Tail because it's a discounted card. Like, it's pretty privileged to be playing Peso in modern Japan, like meta right now. Right, I have to. Late start. So like a 3.5% heal for Peso from not having late start. So we already lost 3.5% of our healing for Hayahide just for that late start. Our Fenomeno doesn't have that. Skill dose doesn't really matter for her. She does have a few more whites to compensate, and her evolution healing is the bigger 7.5 heal. Hayahide's evolution goes to 5.5. Like the bonus goes into like extra speed or something. Like, Fenomeno is like designed to be 3200 meter and above, because her skills have like 3200 meter like requirement. Well, I think you got extra bonus if you're on that distance. But like, I felt like the whole time I ran her this CM, it's kind of awkward to use. Cause like everyone's a pacer, right? Especially like this CM is kind of bad for runners for this track specifically. So like, you know, when my characters are a bit strong, they lead in the pack, right? And Fenomeno doesn't want to be in first or second because her ultimate needs to be third position to trigger. So, you know, she would lead the pack in first place like right now, and we're getting no ult. That's like really bad. So unless like she pulls really far away, having no ult is really awful. I think Hide should be triggering her ultimate soon because we're in like top 5. And there it goes. Take the lead. And then because we passed Fenomeno, she triggers her ult. But like, you know, this happened quite a bit. But I think it's like really not amazing. We have having stamina issues with Hayahide and Visual Bright. We went to like stamina conservation mode. But we're still leading, you know. That Mana Cafe is really close. It was scary. Take the lead back as Hayahide. Yeah, but if you get enough heals, you'll never enter that stamina conservation mode, which you want. You can't like trigger speed skills or something during it. Yeah, the cafe is like strangely far up and it's really close. I think we lose this one. I mean, with the shape is going, we definitely lost because the soldier's too close to the base room. But like, she only has like 1400 power. It's very surprising because like this is what you expect from like the 1600 and above power soldiers. I wonder if there's like something to do with Manhattan Cafe's kit. We cannot catch up to this at all. And then like that Laurel, I think passes Hayahide at the end. I think she has 1600 power. Running this on Feng was like pretty difficult. Oh my god, I forgot to check. Yeah, I forgot to click on the like what happens. I don't know what skills I didn't trigger. Oh well. But yeah, I think that we did. I don't remember seeing that cafe being 1400 power. It's a bit low. So it's very surprising we lost. I'm assuming that Hayahide whiffed a bunch of what's it called? Skills. I mean, I guess I could have went and replayed it, but I was trying to like finish the recordings because you know we had to wake up early to get to the booth. Can't be helped. See, UA7 is not very amazing. I think. Yeah, why is the evaluation so? The stats look okay. I guess the stamina is very low. Because you want to be 1800 stamina. I don't think 1600 is enough for like such a high CM. Because it's 18. Because we need like, what's it called? Like is it 18% heals with like 1800 stamina? So if not 1800 stamina, you need like way more heals. I think that Brian didn't have S distance. Because even without the healing we did have on our team, it close to 1800 stamina with some stamina greens and like more than enough heals. Like if they don't, the heals don't trigger at like 18%, like maximum you can get. Still going to go into conservation mode. That's really bad. But I don't remember like some of the runs. It didn't really matter too much. And none of these characters have S distance. I think I saw a medium distance skill in there. There's a medium distance acceleration. This might be a daily PvP character. Introdonna, no S distance again. Bunch of medium skills. The deck is probably like a stats inflation build for team trials or something. Let's start again. I don't remember that. Oof, my healing. Like nobody has S distance. It's like, I mean, like, yeah, it's not really competitive. There's like a ton of paces this month. Like round 1 was like almost all paces, which kind of makes sense because it's a lot easier to build paces for because like in the new ramen scenario, you have triple speed cards and you get a ton of skill points, and you don't need power because the triple speed builds the power as well. It's actually quite easy to trade paces in the ramen scenario just thanks to the Tokai Teo speed card. And Forever Young and the new Mesho Doto are strong enough as cards to hit like really high wit and stamina thresholds. Like you can roll up to 1800 for both if you're lucky. If you're not lucky though, you still end around like 16k and above. You do need a little bit of luck with the single stamina. Even if you play well, if the rainbow doesn't happen, it doesn't matter how well. So you can set up the the ramen like recipe plan, and then the way you use the ingredients to make to force the rainbows. But like using the ramen buff to get a single rainbow versus like the rainbow already being there and adding extra stacks on it. It's just better to just have the luck already there and trying to fix it. Yeah, I think this CM must have been really rough for a lot of people. It really was like if you don't have the cards, you're doomed. And you see Hayahide going to stamina conservation mode. She's still leading. Like I don't actually know how bad it is. The J Puma tubers they did analysis on how to avoid that from happening. If the opponents are too weak, it doesn't really matter. Right? You'll be like running at your current pace, consuming stamina. You're in the lead, whatever, right? Get your stamina back, and you just go into the final leg and just win it. With stronger opponents, it is kind of bad. But I do remember like a few races where like it didn't really make a difference. That's just pretty good luck. You see, like this final leg takes so long. Hayahide was insane like this month. Did so well. See this team, that is mine. US2 low power, 1600 width is okay. Low power is really nice. What is the deck? The deck is double stamina, no wonder. But that stamina card is not that great for this game because one of the goals you can't use acceleration. Another low power Hayahide, the same team, probably the same deck. Yeah, same deck. They're all like trained probably roughly at the same time. 40%. Wait, no S distance and you have wins. It is the top road, the ramen one. She is top tier for this track. like 8421 is pretty bad. The same deck as well. It looks like a low power again. Yeah, same deck. The other team has a Christmas Ogre, no wit though. We did have so it's 3-star Forever Beyond Dreams. Not even the right scenario. Made in March. Lucky Lilac, no wins. Power is a bit low. Stamina is quite low. Has like pace and soldier skills at medium distance. This might be like a Team Trials character. That's an ancient deck. What the heck? This player doesn't have speed cards. Made beginning of the month, 7456. And the Rudolph, no Esther, there's no competitive characters. You probably train. Do you even train this for this one? That's kind of low. This Ramen, beginning of the month. The same deck. Okay, you don't have the speed cards. It's so hard. What is he renting? Because you're supposed to rent the Saturno. You have to rent the Tazano. That's pretty not great.
美しい今スタートが切られました。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。誰が先頭に抜け出すか注目しましょう。先行争いは7番ビワハヤヒデ、ラッキーライラック、フェノメノ。さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのは7番。
Because there were like so many paces this month. It does make the positioning in the beginning very important. If you fall behind, you do run into the whole like triple run of pace issue, the musical kills. You really want like a good opener to stay in the front. Helps if you have, S distance and like really good speed stats. You want all the greens. You want a lot of early lane skills. Honestly, like all characters have a lot of nice like the deck and the parents are quite good. Really, it's just like the RNG and the stats build. Like this, like the Hayahide was like I think over 1600 power and 1600 weight. Could be easily like 1700 to really get that high. But like getting all the inherited skills to trigger and all the luck to happen, that's all of since I was out for Comic-Con, we got time to retrain. Even so, like the amount of time I spent to put the aces together, I feel like the team is pretty solid. I did try to find time to retrain Bright and Fenomeno during Comic-Con. But like, turns out like, after round 1, actually after day 1, like, Bright did a lot better than I expected, honestly. I was really just trying to retrain Fenomeno. But I couldn't actually retrain Fenomeno at all, so that was unfortunate. 成田トップロード内から行くフェノメノ並んできたそしてメジロブライトあとはラッキーライラック5馬身差シンボリルドル5馬身離れてオグリキャップ2周目の向こう上面 Yeah, like since the opponents are so weak, you can see once we hit the final leg, Hayahide just explodes and rockets away. 先頭から大きく離されて2番手はメジロブライト3番手フェノメノ少し離れて5番ビワハヤヒデ2馬身差成田トップロード2馬身3馬身開いてシュバルグラム大きく離れてシンボリルドルフ第4コーナーカーブ馬娘たちがどう動くか The tier list for this month was pretty interesting. Like Cafe was to be the strongest, and I think all my losses came from quite a few cafes. But like I haven't really fought many amazing like top roads. So no, she's supposed to be like a tier right below Cafe. I didn't really feel that. Okay, though, low power, low weight, as distance, single circles. Was that double whip? No, so single whip but no forever yawn. Why? So you have to borrow the Doto card. Okay, that's pretty rough. Cafe, low power as the single circles. It's a low power one, low stamina one. Not so scary. 7602 is not a lot of skill points. I think it's the same deck issue with double weight. What the heck? Is this the same team? That means they opted to not use Forever Young to get more healing to Bukedo? I guess so. You do get a lot of healing from both Doto and Satano Diamond. Maybe they were afraid that it wouldn't trigger. Like McCree was also on the tier list. He got like a really big heal from the evolution heal. But if she has a late start at all, then that heal can't trigger at all. So I didn't want to take that risk. I didn't run her. Low power, low width. Cafe, no runs, low power though. The stamina and width are really good. We usually have like 2 gold heals and a few 3.5s from the new like long distance heal. It's a good double circle that healing, which is I think a very new concept for heal skills. Double circles hasn't really been a thing except for what's it called? The speed skills for distance and style. So having it for a heal it's not a new idea, but it's new for the heal skills themselves. So low power top roll was the Hayahide also low power. It was okay. Since everyone's low power, it's not too scary to look at. Like the Uma Tubas did like analysis between like the 1700 power characters versus like the 1500 and below. Like when you're getting close to the final leg, like you need that power to kind of catch. I think is it an uphill right before the end? But like it doesn't help improve uphill top speed. But basically the idea is like from the JP Matubas, for this CM you pray you don't run into Manhattan Cafe that has like 1700 power. You just lose. The character is built for this track, like super strong. I did face a few of them and it's like oof. It feels ultra bad even though like I kind of felt like this month I either crush people because like 3600 is so hard to build for. It's quite a bit of here comes one of the cafes pulling up past Fenomeno. That's kind of scary. Wait, isn't that like a 1200 power one? What's she doing? She must have panicked maybe? Yeah, basically Fenomeno's out of this race now. We're already only halfway. Bright goes into stamina conservation mode back in the she doesn't even get her ultimate if she's not in like 7 between 4 and 7 position for Bright. I didn't realize that until it was like too late. Like man, she's not because I can't see the ultimate animations. I don't realize she's not ulting. I only found out like today that she had trouble triggering her ultimate. I knew that. I might have like changed up the character choice. Maybe I would have went for special week Soldier instead. Maybe try going for simply Chris S instead. Maybe she has that same issue. Chris S, I'm not sure. Yeah, like Bright, like on pay, like Bright was like top tier for a while. I just never got to use her. And then nowadays she's like, still pretty good. But I just didn't know her playstyle. Also, it's like because of this month's like tier list and stuff, a lot of people go for paces. So if you have like 6 paces, 3 soldiers, or like a ton of paces only like 1 soldier, you kind of can't get into the 4 and to 7 position very easily, simply just because of the composition of the people in the race. So at that, when it's like that, it would be a lot better to just run a closer who doesn't really have the positional requirements. Bright still gets really far. It's like if you're gonna be in the last place, you're pretty much just doing with that. That was all of the races already. It feels so much faster because I don't have to look at any loading. This is ticket 2. See, Dream Journey. No S distance, no power, single circles, no width. Beyond Dreams, wrong from the wrong man. This is the same deal. Single circles. Front ramen, but it's like bad width, bad power, no S distance. Same with this one. Really bad width, no power. Beginning of the month ramen, so not competitive. Estes is really awful power, but really high weight, maxed out stamina. The skills look okay from a quick glance. 89, 13 is not bad. Does have like 8,900 skill points. Single circle with Hayahide. Power is terrible. What is your deck? Is it double weight? Double stamina. I don't know what. I think this player might have been fed some bad information or got spooked because it's 3600. Because you would think that you would need double stamina as a first impression. Like, oh my god, 3600, you want a max stamina. That would be, I mean, it can't blame that would be your first instinct. I was thinking the same thing too before, like, I did a bit of research and realized, wait a minute. The deck is still triple speed and 1 stamina, what the heck? Then you play it and like, wow, you can actually max out stamina with only 1 stamina card. And then like, your healing still comes from the Doto card. You don't want, if your character has healing already, which all of my characters do, the phone is lagging. Yeah, my phone overheats playing this game, so I think it's running into lag. I had to like take breaks between each recording because like the phone got really hot. Yeah, if everyone has healing, you only need to take 1 gold heal from Doto, and then you get the other speed skill from Satano Diamond. It's like probably more optimal. It would be nice to have like more healing so you don't have like any accidents, but if you have no accidents, taking that much healing only lowers your power and your performance, because more speed is better. I think nobody here is competitive either. No low power, low width, or from the no strong stereo or no S distance. I think I remember like round day 1 going super well. Yeah, so far we have 1 loss. Ultimate for Hayahide. Man, this race takes so long. I think it's like 4 minutes a race. It's the longest race ever been. The stamina conservation mode for everyone but Fenomeno. You can see, like, even though she's conserving her stamina, she's still in first position. That's only because the opponents are super strong. It's actually quite bad if you face strong people and go into that. You might fall out of top 5 as a pacer. That's a clear off. Then this final leg takes forever. When I was doing these runs, like day 1 tickets, I wasn't sure if Bright was gonna be fine. And I see her start winning. I'm like, wait a minute. Maybe it's okay to leave her alone.
あなた様に送ります。 Fenomeno 2番人気は8番
Oh,
Fenomeno
the phone is lagging. So we have a runner Mayano, S distance, bad power, but wait, I don't know if you actually need the power for her as S distance and S. Wow. You don't really see too many runners. No, the deck is not amazing. Okay, pretty right before the CM, I think. See, no Estes on this. They go no power, no width. Has the wrong acceleration skill because he's using the what's it called? Air Groove. Can't really use that card on this distance. So it's like checkmate itself is worthless unless it's the medium distance generally. So this player is not competitive. The next nature is a ace, so not the bottom. He's never shown they bring it. Another player with no S distance and stat issues. Ogre with S distance below width, low power. Double stamina build. Yeah, I don't think double stamina is going to ever be a thing. If 3600 meters doesn't need it, it's probably not a thing at all. Because we're probably looking at 1800 stamina even for medium distances coming up. Except we don't buy the heals, we probably buy the speed skill if your character already has healing. Runners do make it slightly awkward because when you start mixing runners with faces, it gets scary for positioning reasons. It is technically better for Fenomeno if there's like a runner forcing in the front. So the chances to be in a good position, trigger ultimate increases. But there's always that inherent risk of not being able to be in a good position and then you're out of the race. Especially when there's like, if you run into a runner team with another opponent who has like a super crazy Manhattan Cafe, that's really the Manhattan Cafe probably will still win. This is pretty disadvantaged for a runner. I think the runners just don't have enough skill points to buy everything to actually stay ahead. The thing about like aces, I realized after training for this month is that we don't need fast learner for this month for some reason. Like I would have like 9,000 something skill points, and I would run out of stuff to buy without fast learner, which is like, what in the world? Because like the cards, a lot of the cards give like 5 hints already, just for triggering hint once. If the discount is maxed out, you like all of your skills at max discount. So getting fast learner doesn't really gain you that much more SP. You get like maybe 10 or 20 SP per maxed out hint if you have fast learner. So if you push that out to like a ton of skills, you still get more skill points. It's like not as much more as compared to like medium distance, or if like all the skills are not discounted. But because the Tottenham Diamond, the Toto card are all like 5 hints, and the Forever Young is like double hint trigger, almost every single skill on all the cards will be maxed out hints if the run is just decently good. You don't even need you actually need like White Sparks triggers from your parents to actually spin out the SP, because you actually can't buy it. You have nothing to buy if you don't have like really good inherits. So if you like inherit a bunch of healing skills, for example, right? You can just buy them all because you just have nothing else to buy. And healing skills don't really do anything if you have enough healing. But like you have nothing else to spend the skill points on. So like for soldiers, you really do want fast learner because the deck is much weaker. you actually can't get as much skill points to buy rating without fast learner. So like this bright is actually missing stuff, so they don't have fast learning. But like the Fenomeno and the Hayahide, they weren't really missing anything. It's really just stats issues for them, not so much skill issues. You kind of buy all the skills, run out of stuff to buy. But it's just kind of lacking a little bit of power, a little bit of width.
4番フェノメノ
See, best stamina, no S distance. Power and width are good. Beyond drain. Okay, so I have the right mom. Low power, low width. Then in the 8th, so it was like 2 weeks ago. See this, what's it called? No, Beyond Range from the round month as well. Stamina's a bit low. Lacro Loro, no S distance. Guts and stamina not so good. Was training the ramen scenario at least. Super Creek, S width, S speed. Guts is really bad for some reason. 8200 skill points. What's your deck? Oh, it's a power build. Guess you don't have a third speed card? Oh, you're borrowing Doto, that's why. Normally you get Doto and you borrow the... what's it called? Speed in Satono Diamond. Because Doto is discounted and that diamond was not. So you know the idea, the play is to get it from the whale players and then just run your own Doto. But if you didn't get lucky during the gacha, discount gacha, you can't be out.
スタートです各の娘揃って綺麗なスタートを切りました
2 or 3 of these characters are not even from the right scenario. And it's not even like the dream scenario the previous one. I guess it was. On songs before, yeah, dreams was the previous. This is last scenario. Fenomeno leading, they're kind of not great because no ultimate.
あとはスーパーフリークそしてその後方には9番ビワハヤヒデメジロブライトここにいたそしてその後ろから行くのはマンハッタンカフェ
Definitely felt like round 1 tickets, there were like very few serious opponents.
向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ
I mean, it's good for winning record. You don't get that many crystals for running round 1 though. Like perfect wins only 50, you get 10 each. And round 2 is where the crystals are at. Yeah, like that. So, the opponents are not so amazing. The racing's bad.
それを見るようにマンハッタンカフェその後ろに桜ローレル第4コーナーカーブフェノーメノまだリードをキープしています一馬審査5番ビワハヤヒデそしてその外を回って9番ビワハヤヒデその後3四マシン開いてシュバルグラン内を回りますスーパークリークメジロブライトこの位置につけています
See, like, usually at this point, I feel like the race should have ended by now, right? We're only halfway. It's crazy how long it is. When I was recording, I was like, wow, it's still going. What the heck? I thought we reached the final leg already. We still haven't reached it yet. So 3600 is so incredibly long. So the positions are good for Fenomeno to get her ultimate. This speed boost from Hayahide should be her ultimate. We break through as Fenomeno. So Bright's already there. So Bright maybe wins this one too, being this far up close. It is kind of weird because you kind of can't use the Soju acceleration that is 4th to 7th position. We're so far up. We do have like the Stay Gold cell, which doesn't have any. The Hero doesn't have any requirements. We also have the Soju Excel, like the first water activation one. That one's like not fastest speed. But it's a little strange to build soldiers, it feels like. I probably could have made my own Stay Gold. I kind of want it. Someone with a heal already. Even though soldiers need less healing than the faces, it kind of felt like Makes real bright had a lot of stamina problems. Goes into conservation mode a lot. Like observing the runs. I didn't realize because she wasn't triggering her ultimate. Because the ult is like a big heal. But she can't trigger it because she's not in position. I knew it's gonna be like this, probably would have trained it slightly differently, or choose a different team, but it's too late, it's already over. The Piranha team, it looks like. Got some UBs in there though. Let's see, UB2, Tannhauser. What scenario are you? You went from Ramen, what the heck? Who's your deck? Oh, okay. That player has very little to work with. Probably same situation here. UB2 hitting UA is kind of crazy. Like, it's because it's a Highlander deck. Yeah, because you kind of want to build it closer to traditional early days stuff. Triple speed, double something, because you're really relying on rainbows for this scenario more than anything. You're running on rainbows and then not as much scenario gimmicks. It really is about the deck composition, the rainbow power. That's why like Forever Young is so strong. She's like the only with core 80 specialty rating. I don't even actually no, she has is it 80? I think it might be 100. I think she has 100 specialty rating. Because I think the new Nice Nature, which is a medium distance circuit card, I think that one's 80 specialty. 80 specialty is kind of normal-ish now for weird cards. But 100 is a normal. Yeah, so it looks like nobody has S distance. Oh, right, I have to rotate. Get out of here, notifications. One super runner. Diamond is a pacer. Okay, everyone's a pacer. He's running pacer. Price not last. Who's behind? I guess Tannhauser is a looks like Satono might have been a Soju that got EDM maybe. Look in the front and she fell really far behind. So she either was a pacer that got suddenly dropped, but probably was a Soju that got paced down. She got position kept. I don't know why Fenomeno sometimes like so strong, like pushing forward. But it's really bad because she can't ultimate. This happens a lot. Then she has like trouble closing out the race too. I think her power is too low. I remember like at the end of the round 1 tickets, like her win rate was really bad. I don't even know if she won in round day 1. I think she didn't win any. It kind of made me worried. I built it wrong. Because like, even though I thought Bright was having problems, she only won. It goes into stamina conservation mode for Bright. So we can't ultimate, so we're not in position 7. But the moment you get to 7, there goes the heal. I forget if her ult is the long duration speed one. I think that's the original Bright, not the this one. So this one needs just the heal. Maybe like a speed skill attachment later. Yeah, but the thing is like, it doesn't really matter what soju you use, they all kind of like pale in comparison to Math and Cafe. They're like a phase like top tier, and then after that is like ramen top road. That's a good idea. There's like not really many notable stuff. Hayahide just disappeared. I think Blaze Brian is like was also rated really highly. Like that character surprisingly was like had like such very good, very evergreen. Because I think the previous long distance she was also good, so is this one. The character was like the very first pacer to get the long distance herself that pacers have. I remember her kind of falling off in like year 4, I think, for long distance. Because like the that acceleration skills activation requirement is kind of bad. I think it's bad in like heavy runner dominated scenarios, but when there's no runner, it's like amazingly good. And then there's like not very good cells for this track. That's why that cell is really good. It's like basically like all paces, right? So the pacer cell that doesn't want runners being good makes you higher tier. Yeah, there's a lot of like non-competitive people in like the first day tickets. Yeah, low power, low weight, no S distance. Train like always like around like the 10th or between the 10th and 15th. Oh, that's an ancient deck. What the heck? Only assist, S distance, but no weight. Power is okay, no guts. Yeah, it's the deck issue. You don't really want to run power cards if you can help it. Soldier, Sounds of Earth, no power, no weight. Is a similar deck. That's a useless acceleration skill. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing Highlander stuff. It doesn't work in the rainbow required scenario. You want double rainbows, triple rainbows. Mandan Cafe, terrible stats for wit. You even have a wit card. Train on the 21st. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that explains it. 0 star forever young. I don't think her power kicks in till like max. I feel like at this point using her is like not as good. You can't even get like very much more than 7,000 something skill points. Yes, I think those any opponents in this race either. Fenomeno in the front again for some reason. I don't think her opening stuff is better than Hayahide. They're like running the same setup. So it's kind of strange she goes like further ahead quite often. Like she also has like less green speed skills than Hayahide. Hayahide has better top speed. So it's like, why is Fenomeno taking the lead so much and so often? Ultimate for Bright. Then she dropped right into A right after the ultimate. Big evolution heals for everybody. Kinda not seeing the other heel right now, though. I know what happened, but it's like watching them run for so long, no healing on this track is spooky. Because after a certain moment, the heal won't trigger anymore. There's like few timings it can trigger. So if you don't have a heal, it's scary. For like 3600, I don't think they're gonna get the gold heal unless I missed it. They go into stamina conservation. There goes the second half of the evolution heal. Do they even go to stamina conservation? They might. They missed the gold heal, I think. I guess not. It doesn't seem like they're having problems. I mean, the one that went into conservation mode was Bright, which didn't seem to matter. He's already in front of the other pacers. Yeah, this leg is so long. Now, like when you outclass them on this long of a track, you use like the, it kind of feels like you're fighting against the CPU, the weak. You just run so far away. It just looks weird. I think just because the track's so like hard to do. I think that's 5 wins. It's like ticket 2, I believe. Yeah, so next ticket. Why am I waiting for this? Gentle Donna, no S distance, no weight. Has medium distance stuff. This is a triple speed deck. Why did you buy the wrong skills from Almond Eye? What the heck? It's a long distance track. No S distance, no stamina, no weight. Well, weight is just low. Is this from the S Beyond Dreams? Okay. No weight. Stamina's a bit low. Medium distance skills. Beyond Dreams. Okay, this guy. I don't know this guy training anything for this one. Low weight. Hayahide. Christmas. This version of Hayahide is not very amazing. From Onsen scenario. Cafe has to be new. Guts is really bad. Width is really bad. What's the deck? Has a medium distance acceleration. Doesn't have speed skills. Doesn't have maxed out Yan. Training the end of last month. I don't. What did the quads even come out yet? What Doto? I don't remember. Yeah, so another no opponent race. Whoops. 1 second.
今スタートが切られました。各ウマ娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。先行争いはフェノーメノ6番成田トップロード3番ビワハヤヒで期待通りの結果を出せるか。1番人気
Yeah, Fenomeno being up front's not great. Somehow Hayahide is in the back. I don't know why. It's a really bad position for Hayahide. There's so many paces. Get to 5th position. That's good. Kind of don't want to fall out top 5 as a pacer. Because you kind of trigger a lot of the frontline skills, which, you know, if you need to be top half of the positions to trigger. If you don't have any of them, doesn't matter. But generally, you have a mix of, like, you know, those type of position related skills and then just like regular, you know, phase related skills. But that also means, you know, if you're not in position, you're kind of locked out of half of the moves, which is bad. Yeah, I think pretty free because the opponents are like not even trying to compete. And go to the super long distance heals, double circles, those are 3.5. Good. Conservation mode for Bright. I think Bright might be passing people anyways, though she was slowing down to conserve energy. She's not passing though. The moment she passes that, she'll go out bracket, so some ult triggers for the 2 faces. Yeah, get the ult from there's a Bright gaining positions now. You might actually hit all the accelerations from this position too. Yeah, like playing Sojourn this month is really weird. Because like you kind of encouraged to take the stamina consumption skills. You kind of need it to catch up. You don't need as much healing, so you can afford to do it. So you take them and then your heals don't trigger, but you trigger the stamina consumption skills. It's pretty bad. And then you go into like conservation, try to save for stamina. Then you gotta use positions. Oh, that's tricky. I think if I just realized that I probably needed to be that positioning, maybe I would have changed these skill choices a little differently. It's hard to say because like you kind of want to run digital anyways. Because you don't run. Cause I don't have Asian flag speed one. Because if I did, I might just do triple speed. Because I didn't, you know, I don't use digital. I don't have any soldier skills. So I had to go for the double speed power build. That's just harder to do, to hit like a high roll. You don't get the skill point gain of the triple rainbows. That's like a pretty big deal. I think Cafe, power and with pretty good stamina, pretty good US3. Also close just now, it is though. It's kind of scary. 85-47 I think is pretty normal, using air groove as a stat stick. Stamina stick, not stamina, skill point stick. Top roll, power is a bit low, so close, width's really good though. 52-27 is not amazing for a pacer. Train like right before the CN. Digital bright as well. Power a bit low as well. Width is really good. Just the double width build. It's not. Okay, yeah, you can do it with just forever. 84-80 is pretty average for a soldier, I think. Green Journey, no S distance. This is the Christmas one. She's a buffer, I think. 85 pretty good for a closer. Another Manhattan Cafe Triple S. That's a pretty decent. 84-18. That looked kind of scary. I don't remember seeing that. Yeah, I know what happens in day one, like the result. I don't remember all the races. Like, I don't remember seeing that Manhattan Cafe. What the heck? There's way more backline in this race. I don't remember that's better for backline or not. I guess technically it is better for right to have more backline. But the chances of you getting a good position is higher. Especially just like closes behind you. Just being in 7th, you're already in range of your. I think like my team composition this month is probably not the best. So I don't recall anyone recommending double pacer Soju. I guess I could have done triple pacer. I don't know, the pacer would have been like Super Creek Ninja. I don't think she has explosive power as the other characters. I didn't try it. Maybe it could have been okay. And like I could have went for Sumsu McQueen as well. I just like so like I just don't believe my luck's good enough to avoid the late starts. I hate concentration and like curse to have late starts. And like if I choose, you know, McQueen, which her big hero relies on not getting a late start, I feel like I just tempting like, you know, fate at that point. I don't want to do it. I guess the other traits could have been Pacer especially. I don't really mention it in the tier list. I think Soju is the strongest style for her just because like, you know, Twinkle 7 get way more gold skill evolutions. I don't want to push the better parameters of being in the Stamina conservation for Bright, and she's gaining distance anyway. Soju was so close to the paces, we're getting close to the final leg. It's actually kind of bad looking for the paces. You don't want to be this close to backline entering the final leg. Oh my god, the cafes are so close. That's super scary. What the fuck? I don't remember this. Fenomeno taking the lead. I think we got her ultimate, I don't know. We go into the acceleration. And you see Hayahide disappear. What happened to the cafes? Why are they not getting saved? That's actually what I didn't remember. We have Bright in the back overtaking them. What in the world? One of them looked pretty good. What happened? They had like triple S and early. Are they being blocked? It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like the top row is blocked. They're not getting any speed. But then again, this turn right here. I've been playing camera and tricks, you know, in my viewing all the time. I'm like, oh, we're ahead, and then we turn that corner, and what the fuck, we're losing. Hate with that. Hayahide will fix it, no problem. Oops. Opera, US5, no S distance. That's a pretty decent, even though the guts are low. I feel like with a super long track, not having S distance is even worse. There's like way too much distance to be running now at like a higher speed. I think like some short CNs people have been like, S distance is fine. The race is too short, it won't make as big a difference. I still try to get S distance for those. But like for the longest track there is not having S distance, there's just no way you can win. Waits for the until done. What even from the right scenario? You have no stamina card. Yeah, this is from Onsen. These are Onsen bills probably. Yep, Onsen bill. That's like 2 scenarios ago. This guy didn't try at all. Yep, didn't try at all. Whoops. There's one talking about double lay start. We don't get the healing if it's McQueen. That's bad. Yeah, since one of the pacer heals, the 3.5% one, it's very important in like managing your hitting 18% numbers. Having a lace for removing one of them really sucks. Kind of made me wonder if I should have went for like triple gold heal. I still didn't believe in it. But who knows? Maybe that would have been the key. But, I might have lost another race because I didn't have that speed skill. This one, none of these have like S distance or like, I think the whole player didn't even play the dream scenario. This should be a pretty free race as well. Yeah, round one went round one, day one went really well. Aside from that one cafe who beat us, even though her powers are low, I think we kind of swept everyone if I recall. Stamina conservation for Hayahide, yeah, because we couldn't get the 3.5 heal. I mean, we don't lose position here because the opponents are weak, but I think the idea is you want to just keep getting more and more speed and pulling away. You don't really want to be maintaining the same speed. If you're not pulling away, people might be able to catch up. Don't want to miss any of the heals to get healthy. 1馬審査シュバルグラム、その後3、4馬身開いてゴールドシップ、1馬審査ジェンティルドンナ、後ろオグリキャップ、先頭ビワハヤヒデ、レースはよどみなく進んでいます。1馬審査成田トップロード、フェノメノ並んできた5馬身離れてメジロブライト。Into the final leg, I think Hayahide is gonna explode again, disappear. Oh no, it's Fenomeno this time. It kind of feels like whoever gets to the final leg first in the pace group kind of just steals the show. I mean, you hit the top speed faster, and then Fenomeno technically has better acceleration than Hayahide. This track just based on the type of the cell. But Hayahide just has slightly better numbers all around compared to Fenomeno. And this corner is this turn. I hate this turn. I think Fenomeno got overtaken. Yeah, see, yeah, it's because the distance from the fence is such a big deal. The race is so long, you want to be as close to the fence as possible. Look how much distance Fenomeno lost from that turn, that one camera angle alone. Let's see, terrible stamina on this. Another cafe. That's an old looking deck. Yeah, that deck What am I looking at? Aim. That's not. Even some beyond drains. That's why. Okay, my Festa. Terrible looking stats for this race. Kind of old looking deck also from beyond drains. Alright, pizza. Same. They're probably not the same thing because the way the stats look is around the same. Looks like same deck. Also from here. So the guy's not even trying. And this player, oh my god, look at that width. It's from Onsen. Even farther back, so like nobody here came to the race on day 1 of round 1. Even though it's like ramen scenario, it's like, what is this build? It's like, you don't have a whip card? Oh, that's one also. What is the other one then? Is this? Wait a minute, that King Halo can't be. Oh, this is the ramen scenario, 500. How's that possible? Bro has no cards. They start. Oh my god. I already know what happens. It still makes me mad. I fucking hate these start. I also hate concentration. I don't want to spend skill points on non-speed skills just so I can, like, you know, stop a annoying mechanic that's RNG. Yeah, she's probably gonna have healing problems again because I'm missing a 3.5 heal. But then, you know, none of these opponents are competitive. It doesn't matter. They're so weak. That's another thing about Fenomeno too. The opponents are not strong. She just runs ahead and gets no ultimate. That's actually kind of not good for her. What a weird character to build. That means like Fenomeno wants to run with runners then, so you can kind of guarantee activation. It's kind of like Nishino and Taiki. Kind of want people in front of you, right? I mean, Hayahide is supposed to be in front. I don't know why she's like struggling sometimes to keep up, even though her build is bad, just straight up. She's a better build than Fenomeno. Fenomeno just takes the lead for some reason. So like a lot of times it's like Hayahide ults and then passes Fenomeno, so then Fenomeno can ult. It's like it works, but it's not great. Because the yeah, it looks like Hayahide took number 1 and had to conserve stamina. It goes the ult for Fenomeno, not Fenomeno, ult for Hayahide. Fenomeno has no ult. It's too far ahead. That's probably why Fenomeno wasn't super high on the tier list. Kind of just like, you know, kind of average without the other paces. I think the ultimate not being stable without hot runners is like pretty big detriment. I mean, I did see it a lot in these races. Yeah, so I'm kind of like the team doesn't work well together. It feels like we're having like trouble getting ultimates out. Yeah, because like Fenomeno has issue being in third, he's too far up, and then Bright has trouble getting to between 4 and 7, he's too far behind. Hayahide is just super consistent, he doesn't care about any of that stuff. He's usually in the top 5, and her ultimate is really good. I think for this month though, I don't know what else I could have done. Guess I could risk it with McQueen, I didn't really want to. I could do like a super run Palmer, but I got spooked by the having to use power card thing. But then I found out it wasn't that big a deal after using it a few times in Sergio. I think it's probably harder as a runner. You need way more skill points than a Sergio does. So like, if you don't get fast runner as a runner, you pretty much can't compete. The runners have way more skills than everyone else. This Laurel looks kind of scary. Waits a tiny bit though, but everything else is fine. Double circles. Some debuffs for some reason. There's no debuff. Let's see, 8505. What is that guy? Doesn't have the speed cards. Okay. What am I looking at? You don't take. What the heck? Why do you not have Almond Eye? Like Almond Eye is like the baseline card, but you need to go for. I mean, I guess Tomo Cross is fine, but like not having what's it called? Not having Almond Eye makes no sense. No S distance on this Hayahide, that's a bit low. No, yeah. Otherwise, like the stats look great. Oh wait, what is that? What is the deck? Same deck, okay. Mid right before CM 8510. Kind of suffering from skill points because of the Tomo Cross. My build kind of looks like this too for Visual Bright. It's just hard to raise guts when you have a power card. Sometimes like the good turn is a power turn. And spending a rainbow on power feels really bad because like, all the important stats doesn't get raised. No SSS on the Blaze Brian. Like you can still get good skill points sort of from the power, but like getting stamina and power from a power training is like really low value. This is a pretty okay, some welfare stuff. So sometimes when training the soldier, you have like a lot of amazing like rainbow turns, but it's not amazing because it's power rainbows. Those are really awful, like awful value. But you have to take them because if everyone's on power, there's like nothing else to do but click on power. It just feels bad. You have to do it. Because any other turn is just strictly worse because you get way less skill points. But it just doesn't contribute to the overall like the build itself. So it's a lot harder to be consistent when doing runs. Double A start. So when you're like kind of short on time like I was, having to deal with like everyone on power, it's like it's so annoying. Like, I trained like way more Midro Bryce than the Pacers. I think Hayahide took like 2-3 tries and then she was nearly perfect. I'm like, I'm done. And then like Fenomeno took like 2 tries or something as well. I think I finished both of them in the same day. And then Midro Bryce took like 4 days to like reach a decent build. The Fenomeno is missing a speed ring, so it's like, it's otherwise like the build's good enough. I'll come back to retraining her after I finish the game kind of deal. Bright took a long time. I think I finished training Bright like right before Comic Con, like the day right before CF started. I finally managed to train a decent enough one. So the guts might be 1,000, but like the power and the weight rating was able to be raised along with stamina to near max. And I'm like, just forget the guts. Right? I think like the guts competition for the most part didn't matter. I think it mattered like today when I was recording round 2 day 2. And I was like, the one race I was probably should have won and ended up losing because of the guts competition. We'll see that tomorrow. I run the recordings, but it's like, I mean, that's why I always push for high guts. The guts competition has won me and lost me so many races. You just don't want that to happen. All these opponents are not competitive. It should be pretty free. We're in a good position for ultimate for Fenomeno, but I think we must have missed the time. I don't think she triggered it. It was too far ahead and it gets passed by the other Hayahide and we don't even get our... No, I think she should stay. She should be a leak though, so it might be on a straight, so it might be on a corner or something. Yeah, exactly. Visual Bright's getting no speed, somehow gets passed by Fenomeno. In the final, he must have a lower top speed.
大きく離れて桜ローレさらにその外からはミスターシービそしてその内から行ったのは北サンブラック
How long this final leg is? Oh my god. There's an evil ass camera angle right here.
ここから捉えることができるのか最終コーナー先陣を切ったのは6番ビワハヤヒデ追いすがるメジロブライ6番ビワハヤヒデ強すぎる完全に抜け出した200を通過これは強い先頭は変わらず6番ビワハヤヒデやりました6番ビワハヤヒデ最後意地を見せて見事
That's another 5 wins. I think we are really good for like the round 1. So final ticket of round 1.
出走登録します。
Why does it take so long? It's on the phone, that's why. I'm like, what am I waiting for? You A5, terrible width, bunch of useless greens. This even from the right month. This is some ancient looking deck. Beyond Dreams, okay, that makes sense. Let's see, same deal probably for this McQueen. Double Stamina. This is a much better looking deck. You don't really want double Stamina. That was like the trap. Everyone wasn't sure what to do. Because double stamina also kills your power. You see this, all 4 of us power is terrible. Everything's also not fully uncapped. This person's just lacking deck power. No S distance on this. Hayahide, no double circles. Does have S power, S width though. Power is a bit low. Triple. This is a good deck. This guy can totally do better. Honestly, US5, yeah, this is fine. Like, stats wise, it's almost fine. You do want more power, and you want S distance. Playboys run out of time. But yeah, US is around like the power level competition average right now for serious players. I think I faced some US 7s and 8s like today, for round 2, day 2. I don't remember if I won against them. It was a kind of struggle and kind of not. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow though. I didn't really analyze it. He's probably a super runner. This build is probably fine. I don't know how much power you need as a runner. The power, like, I think only really affects the beginning as much for a runner. I mean, technically his higher stats is better in general. You're not really like using power to like pass people or catch a lead or whatever. So it's like kind of need power in the very beginning to take the lead. Even then, it's like I don't know if you can run away enough from the Pacers because it's just so strict right now. They start Fenomeno. Should be a super runner. It's totally far away, and the race will look really strange for like the first half. Yeah, and then Kizuki can be 3 builds. He can be like a super runner, a regular runner, or a Soju. The Soju has no awakening. All the awakening turns him into runner skills. Whether it's like runner or super runner is like the awakening choices. This is technically fine for Fenomeno. But for some reason she just takes the lead all the time, which is kind of confusing. She has less power than Hayahide. I think she has more width though, so maybe that's what's happening because the goals are stronger with higher width. Does she have higher width? I don't remember. Is she 17 something? I know Hayahide is like 16 for power and width. I don't remember if Fenomeno is like 16 or 17 for width. He's like 15 something, 1570 something for power. So he's like close to the 1600 threshold, but he's still under it. Somehow we fell to 4 and 5. I don't recall these people being super strong. This positioning is not amazing. I mean, I guess it's technically fine for both of them because their ultimates can still trigger. We missed a double circle heal for the Pacers. I saw it for Bright. Will you be getting an ultimate soon? There goes the ult for both of them. They should be gaining slowly on them. Actually, overtake everyone, get in front of the runner, get into defense. We cut down the amount of distance we have to run during that turn. Keep this lead, we should go into acceleration at the end and pull away. I think once we hit that line, get the power cell plus the other cell, we should disappear from the back. Right now, we should pull away because we're so much stronger than everybody. You see like Hayahide slowly going away from everyone. Yeah, I think the gap is slowly increasing.
この直線へとかけていきます。この直線で勝負が決まるぞ。最後のコーナー、最初に立ち上がったのは4番ビワハヤヒデ、4番ビワハヤヒデ。強い、強すぎる。完全に抜け出した。残り200。4番ビワハヤヒデ。最後は6馬身。先頭は依然4番ビワハヤヒデ、4番
Fenomeno getting a bunch of speed for some reason.
お見事。4番ビワハヤヒデ。着彩フェノーメノありません。2番人気は5番
Introdonna
一番
UB8.
人気こそ譲りましたが、
Is this even from the right scenario? That deck is wow, this is a McQueen.
ませんよ。
Beyond Dreams is
長
not
く
the right
いい足を
scenario.
使える持久力が
Kiddo
この
also
魅力
probably
ですね。
same issue. What are these decks? It's from Ramen. What the fuck? Where's the wit? That's not the welfare deck. What's this guy doing? That was some onsen though. No SS and no poly. That's like day one just like round one day one just like man no one's even trying. Like this player just has a deck power issue though. So can't really blame him. That might be actually all he can do with that deck. This one's US. It might be a high roll for the deck. Yeah, because we're kind of suffering from the Distilling Love, the Tomahawk Cross, and the Similarity Rudolph. Kind of kills the ceiling of the build. Because that. Oh. Because those are older cards, so they're like stacking a little bit weaker, and they are like single. One of them is like single skill. But the biggest problem is the skill points. All of them are kind of capped around 16. The thing is like, even though Tomahawk Cross is way newer than Similarity Rudolph, they're both fully so 16 skill point gain, which is like no longer competitive in terms of deck evaluation. You want to be at like 17, which is where Almond Eye is. A single skill point can result in like 100. I think it's maybe 100. It's a big deal. So you don't want to be like missing skill points at games at all for the deck if possible. I think the card like strength games are kind of about the same nowadays. So the tier list is like is using skill point gains and to put them in different tiers now. Like for example, top tier is 20 SP game, which is the Tokai Tail and Air Groove. I think Doto is in there now. He's really new, so I'm not sure. There's only like two or three cards in that tier. Maybe 4 cards. And right now it's a 19 skill point game. So it's like there's only like a few of those too. And then 18 is next, which I think is a lot of the wit cards. At least I think that's true for like Daring Tact and Wind Variation, some more wit. Those I think like at 18 maybe. That's like really respectable. Yeah, 17 is like the bottom line now. I guess 18. If you comparing from 18 to 20, 18 is on the 16 to 17 to 20. 18 is like not exactly on the higher end. So, any even a 1 or 2 skill point gain difference results in like quite a bit of skill points. So since nobody is like really competitive, it's kind of crushed them. He did like vanishes and stuff.
先頭はビワハヤヒデ、残り1000メートルを通過。5馬身差フェノーメノ、後ろメジロブライト、その後ろからラリカトップロード。5番手には6番カレンブーケドール、2馬身3馬身開いてメジロマックイーン、そしてその後ろから行くのは2番カレンブーケドール、外にはジェンティルドンナ、5馬身差オグリキャップ、第4コーナーカーブ。馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません。
Yeah, it's like when the opponents are not strong, there's not much to talk about. Cause we're definitely winning. But it's like, why is the final leg take so long? Okay, so What ticket are we on? Whatever, let's go into the analysis. Okay, see, still day one, nobody has races. US 4 Brian S Power S Speed, no wait. Is it cause the weight's maxed out though? 900,000 skill points. This is the deck. There's no excuse. No excuse for that player. No S distance, Mountain Cafe, low weight. Power is fine-ish. About 1600 is good. Single circle heal. Yes, okay, this one's the double speed single out. The digital not being maxed out is a big problem. Yeah, weight's too low, my guy. The error has shifted to high weight, high power, at least for this track. Oh, was that medium distance skills? What was that? Why are the medium distance skills? What the heck? She's a long distance character, right? Did they build this? Was this? I mean, this can't be from the wrong month. This character is like super new. Why in the world is that? See, O forward, S power, S distance. This is not bad. Double circles. That is not bad. Power is kind. It might be fixed by the I got this from a double stamina deck. Pretty impressive. Yeah, the Ramen team at 1 star is like a very high statistic card. But the problem with like clothes is just that like you just have such a bad skill point problem. You don't have any good cards like the all the other stuff. At least the good cards are like low SP gains. You can't even buy all the skills you want, which is very unfortunate. This grass one look kind of scary, but it's all single circle. Like the stats look scary. I guess the stamina's a bit low. It's triple S. You don't have enough healing. 84.59 is kind of the. We're kind of stuck there as a Sojo player trying to get skill points. It feels hard. Dang, you went for like. You don't even have Almond Eye. Why don't you just use Almond Eye? Cause you want skill points? I guess so. But like. Having skill points and then not having the gold skills is like only that's worth the trade-off. Just like I don't know, it's like 84.60 is not even like you don't even. It's not good. I feel like if you just run Almond Eye, you can still get those skill points and still have skills to buy, as opposed to using groove and having no skills and still not getting higher skill points. That's the wrong. Because I mean, like, you do want like the consistent power from air groove, but not having any skill hints, you're not gonna be able to win. Because air groove is all medium distance. Unless she offers anything for me. So you might as well get like Almond Eye, get the skill hints from her skills and buy the generic, you know, Professor Curvature and the Beeline Burst or something. I don't know the English name, something like that. Those skills are it all looks very standard for JP PvP. You kind of need them just to like, you know, keep up or stay ahead. Well, that Grass Wonder is, and the stats on the Grass Wonder is insane. She's still a triple S. We beat her? I don't remember. Panic on Hayahide, that's not great. Do we have the heals though? If that, I guess if we beat, I think we beat the Grass Wonder. If we did, it's because the air groove was a mistake. I think if she had Almond Eye and bought those skills, we probably would have. Since she could have lost to that Grass Wonder. Then again, like Grass Wonder isn't a long distance, a super long distance build. I think that build has like a medium component to one of it. I have to go to the conservation mode. But it's like nobody's passing her anyway, so I mean, I guess if Pesos can't pass us, whatever, you kind of want to keep going forward because you don't want the soldiers to catch up. Even though, like, you know, against other Pesos, like at that positions, whatever, you don't want it to happen. You could trigger more speed. You get enough distance to actually run away from the back line. Because the back line can just like instant transmission to the front. Like sometimes doing those camera angle tricks, you just like suddenly have a ton of speed and then you just lose. Like, what the heck? think that happened today, in round 2, day 2. I was like, oh man, we got this. And then we turned the corner and the camera shifted. I'm like, suddenly I was behind her. I'm like, what happened? What the fuck? Like this camera, I think it's the next camera, the next one. Like after this, like this view, I guess we get to the turn. Like the corner right after this, like this one right here. This view is, I hate this one. It's like, it's fucking teleport to the front. How did that bright get there? I mean, at least it's our own, it was bright, but it's like, what happened? How did you teleport? And it sucks when like that happens to you from the opponents, like super strong character. That sucks. I hate to see it. Cheval Grand, she's not so amazing on this track, even though she's a long distance character. She has like the straight Acel. She basically has the pacer version of the Imminent Shadow that closers have, but it's no good on this track. What is the deck? I also see people with Ghost Ship skill. I'm like, I don't understand. There's like a secret build going on. You normally see that on the team trial builds. The power card. What is this? Beyond Dreams. Okay. I think we lost to someone with like Adventure of Golden Ship. I'm like, what the fuck? How do we lose to that? That's like memes kind of. But I think it was a Manhattan Cafe. Like, it won't be this one, but it's like, yeah, the Manhattan Cafe is so strong. It's like, I guess we just lost the top tier. I don't really know like what the build is doing with the Ghost Ship skill. I think we just lost his stats. So this player is not trying at all this month, running all the last scenario builds. This one has no width, no edge distance. I think this is from Ramen scenario. Why do you have 2 stamina? It's because you're being tricked. No, I think this must be one of those I don't look up strats builds, I guess. What is this medium distance skills? You are from the ramen scenario. It is the double. I don't understand. I don't think this guy knows how to play, maybe. The same deck for this? I might be over analyzing this. I don't think this person is crying, maybe. If they are, they're not. I can't tell if they are doing that thing. Oh my god, the Belay Store. At least the one who gets affected the most Belay Store didn't have a Belay Store. Hayahide in the front is good anyways. We basically want Hayahide anywhere in the front. Anywhere in the front is great for her. And then Fenomeno wants to be third. That's basically it. And then Bright is already in 7th. Probably trigger her ultimate and when we pass that opening lane. It's up to 8th. No, got back. She's gonna ult then, right? There goes the ultimate. I think it's a heal plus speed, but I don't remember exactly. I know the OG Bright one more because one of those super long duration 8-second ones. Those are like always fascinating. I don't get to play with those type of archetype builds too often. Actually, I guess I use Twin Turbo sometimes. Twin Turbo has a pretty interesting ult. It lasts for like 13 seconds of like higher top speed. It's really strong for a 1-star. Then you suffer like a lower top speed, like minus current speed for like the rest of the race. It's like the tournament debuff on Twin Turbo. You're always like 0.15 speed slower always for like 5 minutes. So basically the end of the race. But for a 1-star, it's like that character is like insanely good. I mean, Global doesn't have it yet. Once Twin Turbo is out, she kind of shifts the meta She's like the anti-matter character when she released on Japan. That was really fun. Having a one star being able to anti-matter. That stuff's fun. Honestly, like Twin Turbo is like the super runner to use if you don't have a super runner that matches the track perfectly. I ran like Twin Turbo super runner on dirt before because I didn't have another. There are no dirt super runners. The only one who can do it is Twin Turbo. Twin Turbo, the one star, it's such a carry for this game. And when Twin Turbo gets like her 3-star finish, that's gonna be some crazy times. I already forgot what the opponent's builds were. I guess they were not great. I think one of them was all from beyond range. Like, there's no way they're gonna catch up from this. You can't even use the evil camera angle to sneak ahead, so that's Tokai Teo, Festival 1, no S distance, best stamina, like barely comparative power and what the heck? So this player is missing a variety of cards for multiple stuff, but I think she's a pacer, she can't use the daring card. Special weak. No S, no, I mean low width, power issue. What was the deck? Same deck. Okay, so this player is just missing cards. No S distance, low power, width is almost good. Some useless gain skill on this TM Opera. Oh, same deck again. Okay, so this player has one deck. Can't really play multiple styles. Low weight on this Hayahide, probably not even the right scenario. What the heck? It is wrong. I'm cheating. I can't believe these people who don't know how to play Major Ramon still exist. Major Ramon can hit over 1,000, 1,200 with no problem. You have 700. You don't know how to play that card. Beyond it, it was like good skills on that one. What the heck? It's 500 win. You kidding? What the fuck? These type of players, there's like more than one. It's like an archetype of players. It's like so weird. It's like people who use Major Ramon and can't hit 1,000 with is like a type of player. Which makes no sense because she's one and capable of doing all that. So she was like super strong. She was still meta in 2026 for like the past. I think it was like the previous Maya League of Heroes or something. You still use it for the Maya skills. You can still hit the which thresholds you need. Yeah, round one, the day one is like nobody really came to play besides that one cafe. I think we did see like a few really strong stats builds, but like the deck just kind of hinders itself. You don't have the skills to support it. I feel like you should just take the don't use the stat stick, bring the skill set stuff. just work with it because you don't want to be down too many gold skills. You kind of just don't have a chance to be down like 5 gold skills. Can't catch up. There's too much speed. You know, like 1 or 2 gold skills you don't have, because if you go make up for those with like more white skills, technically, you know, it's like gets too high a number of those skills. You can't compensate.
フェノメノここにいます。少し離れてメジロブライト、1馬身離れて2番ビワハヤヒデ、そして内目をつきましては東海帝王。1コーナーからそして2
how
コー
far
ナーへ向
up
かってい
Bright
き
is
ます。
already.
少し離れて
And I don't know why this happens sometimes. I guess she's like in a good position to trigger her ultimate. And once she's like around that 4 to 7 area, you know, you just keep pulling up. But, you know, soldiers don't really do well in 9th position. That's kind of especially since for Bright, she gets the ultimate. It goes the ultimate for Fenomeno. You can activate anytime after, even at the end. I think it's still okay at the end. We kind of don't want it. Because they're still positioned at the end. You're usually not winning. You kind of want to be leading as like a pacer. There may be a backline catches up. If you don't, you kind of in first, you just see those runners, and you kind of get to the front out leg and you then pass the runner. It's kind of a toss-up, you know. And like, you know, runners going through final leg in first place generally have a pretty good chance of winning. You only beat them if you're already caught up to them, you know, right behind the tail. Just like any other distance, there's no way to do that. So I think that is just all of. So this is gonna be round 1, day 2. Yeah, 1 second. Let me bring up the stats. Yeah, so at the end of. Where is it? Is it back here? Yeah, like at the end of like round 1, day 1, like Fenomeno has 0 wins, and I was like 0% wins. I'm like, what the heck? Like she has 0 wins, even though she has like 90% top 3. So she's like always behind Hayahide. So I'm like, wait a minute, am I doing this wrong? Like 1572 power, 1666 wit. But it'll be okay, but the records is pretty bad. Then we have like near maxed out like wit and really high power for the Avenger of Bright. She's like winning some after day 1. I mean round 1, day 1, but the guts is terrible. But she kind of almost never does guts competition, which so it turned out to be fine. But at the time, I'm like, man, it's like I don't know if she'll do any good. But she has, you know, put numbers, and you know, Hayahide is killing it, dude. What the heck? Yeah, Fenomeno started doing really bad, so I was like, oh no, you know, what was going on? So I started retraining her. I just couldn't do it. All the builds just. I didn't line up. I was going to do so many during the day because I was still working. Kinda can't do much training when you're off doing work, so see, I don't even remember facing this. What is this? Beyond Dreams, Daiwa Scarlet. When did this happen? Near Universe? I fought a Near Universe and a Daiwa Scarlet. When did that happen? Beyond Dreams. I don't remember looking at any of this. Yeah, that's funny as hell. Medium distance skills. You from the wrong scenario then, I guess. Beyond Dreams. Yeah, okay. See, this battle no stamina is kind of low for 3600. Are you for the right one? You're kind of missing cards for a runner. You got Beyond Dreams. There's like nothing here either. I don't remember this race. I don't even remember what. I mean, I watched all the recordings, but I remember nothing. I must have just been talking to someone. You gotta just, you know, I do the things, look at all this stuff, and see if I want to talk about it. But it's like, yeah, these builds are whatever. Missing deck stuff. That might look like it was a ramen scenario, they start. Everyone's so the other opponents aren't even serious. This double runner though, so it does kind of make running paces kind of scary. But it only does like that many. Yeah, the damage score is not a runner. Okay, so it's only 5. Also that lagging right there.
2番手の位置で先頭を伺うのは6番前のトップが3番手にビワハヤヒデさらにフェノーメノそしてダイワスカーレット5馬審査マンハッタン
So like, this kind of position is really good for Fenomeno, which kind of wants this kind of shape of race because of way it also knows. And then Hayahide doesn't really care. So it goes from 5 and up anyway. Big heal as well. Out of nowhere is Nejiro Bright. She didn't even panic. Get up here already.
続きました7番前のトップが5馬審査ビワハヤヒデ少し後ろから
You don't really want to be past as a back line this early as a pacer. You can't come back. Yes, I think Hayahide is dead. Like this type of like, so the way Nejiro Bright is running right now is like the more modern style of soldiers. You kind of want to be catching up to the pacers. You want to be entering the final leg like around the same, like very close to the pacers. They have no chance. Somehow Hayahide caught up. Like, you know, Nejiro Bright being this far up, and we're not even close to. We're getting close to the final leg, but not quite there. This is like a lot of the strong soldiers winning pattern. I don't know if Nejiro Bright is that kind of skill. It's my first time training her. But like, this is the case for like Love's Only You, Still in Love, the OG Neo universe. There's like a few other ones. This is the play, like that kind of place off. Jungle Pocket also. Like, all these soldiers are like the kind of middle leg speed when you want to catch up to the pacers and runners right before the end, and then you just like enter the final leg the same time you do, and you just crush. Somehow Hayahide is disappeared into the distance though. So far ahead, you can barely see Nejiro Bright. So like, you know, watching all these results from round 1, I'm like, damn, Hayahide is crazy. Let's see, opponent, my phone is lagging. Bad power, bad width. Here's the deck. It is. Oh yeah, wow. Condor, you're missing speed. You don't have tail. That's so sad. I mean, tails are this game. I mean, the gacha could just be unkind. So you can't really say anything. No power, no width. It is from not Onsen, ramen scenario. Yeah, this play. Wait, there's almond. Alright, what the F? No, you don't have tail. That's right. I haven't used the ramen tail. I mean, like this, the deck power is like so out of date. Is it the same deck? No, it's double stamina. What the heck? Power is not good. And the 8,000 skill points is like really not competitive right now. Oh, these stats are. What is this from? Whoops. Beyond Dreams. I don't want to go. The deck, whatever. Put the same deck for all of them. I mean, this is a better, but no power. Double stamina. That is an ancient stamina card. Is that year 1 maybe? There's a welfare event one too, I think. Yeah. Totally forgot.
は位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いは5番岩早秀フェノーメノダンスフレーム。長丁場のこのレースですが、
Yeah, like
岩早秀早くも
round 1,
1コーナーからそして2
day 1 and day 2, and the opponents were all kind of like
先頭に勝ちました。
not even nobody's serious. I think I got really lucky with the matchmaking. There's so many people with like not even from the right scenario, or like they didn't focus on the power and weight stats enough. Honestly, I probably would have fallen into the same trap if I didn't like watch some of the Umatubas cover the. This Seriru, I think, was the one. He does global content too, but he's a Japanese player. So when he went over the PvP like right before, I think like a week before CM dropped, he showed up a comparison between high versus low power. And it's like, damn, like the low power ones, they do real bad. So you kind of just made power my focus. And it really did help, at least for round 1. I think the record for round 1 was really good. Well, on the first ticket of day 2 of round 1, I think we only lost once in all of the day 1 tickets, which was against the one man cafe with like 1400 power, which is on the lower end, so it's kind of surprising lost to it. But if the soldier catches up to your pace, it doesn't matter what the stats are. You're in for a bad time. I mean, there are some cases where you could still beat them, but if they're top tier and they trigger the speed skills, it just offsets any of the stats problem. And Hayahide is probably gonna disappear again. It's like when she gets into this winning pattern, it's like insane how fast she is. You see like mid-roll bright, like not even closing the distance. What the heck? She's a soldier. I don't think it goes to Feng Lan. I don't think she's like missing any is that bright missing any greens? I don't think she is. Oh, so she's actually okay, so she's finally starting to pull closer. She didn't catch up? No, I think that's too far. Even if we guts compete, her guts is not high enough to catch up, so it's just Hayahide wins. Damn, why is it lagging so bad? Damn notifications. Let's see. Power is pretty decent. The stamina is really bad though. The other stats are okay. What kind of deck is this? Why is the stamina so bad? This is okay. Oh, it's like 0-star air group. That's like not even part of the problem. Yeah, why is your stamina so? Oh, I just got unlucky with the training. Top gun, no power. What is that? Is that a basis skill? Might be reading it wrong. And the deck is good though. The power is just a bit low. Isn't this a triple speed team? Why is the power so bad? You even have almost 2300 speed. What's your power? No, it's double stamina. That's why. Yeah, you didn't need to double stamina after all. Because like, I found like a lot of my runs that were just didn't make it. Like stamina sometimes was the issue, but oftentimes, I mean, it's either stamina or weight. But it is doable. It doesn't feel too bad. There's another Mono here. I'm looking at the same thing. Oh, I guess there's a Mono. What the heck? I do remember this Matcha. What the heck? What is she doing here? At the B long distance. No power. Triple runner. What the hell? I don't remember that. I do remember the Matron though. I just don't remember the Fujian. So this player can't really support this playstyle though. The demands of the runner deck's kind of high. I kind of thought about it because I couldn't do like Christmas Palmer, which is pretty decent for long distance. But I don't have like, I'll be missing like speed cards though. 'Cause I don't have maxed out Top 10 City. I have like a 0-star version, which is like so much weaker than the max one. But you still take it for these skills. You just won't get the skill points to really buy stuff easily. Yeah, it is a triple runner problem. Positioning problems because like, essentially there's 4 runners, so like the best we can do is 5. Only one person can take the slot. So like Hayahide is want to keep up, but Fenomeno is probably done. Oh, Fenomeno passes? What? Okay, since wow, the runners are kind of dying off. So if we can pass the Mayano, then we're in a really good position. Somehow we're losing speed on the paces. What the heck? The Mayano hurt us while they're running away. What the fuck? How much? Is she panicking? How is she gaming? So what in the world is happening? And the Mayano run to first place. What the fuck? We do need to pass the other Mayano though. So we do that as Fenomeno, which is good. We might do that as Hayahide. We need to trigger our ults. We fell back. So we do ult as Fenomeno. I think Hayahide is done though. We won't be able to catch up anymore. We missed the ult timing for her. Yeah, Hayahide is done. The Fenomeno keeps going. Yes, this is the problem with. I think this might be a power issue for the runners, but I don't know. I think the runner just without the perfect deck, you don't have enough skills to keep the front foot away from. Yeah, so like Hayahide is done though. The Megio Bright just cranking it to the front. Somehow, the Hayahide is like cranking it too. What the heck? There's no way for runners to make a comeback here. They don't have the final leg power. Pacers could still do it sometimes, but runner definitely. And the camera shift is right in first place after the camera trick. No, I think Fenomeno still in front. Unless, no, I think Fenomeno should have it. Yeah, I was getting worried about Phenomenal builds, but she did win here, so that's pretty nice. I was like, man, is she gonna go the whole season with no wins? Because like the day one, the round 1 day 1 tickets were so bad for her. Win variation, no, the iPhone is lagging. No S distance, bad with bad stamina. What's the deck? Oh, this is a. You have the right scenario, you're not. No wit, no guts, low stamina. What was the deck? Oh, the power build. This is harder to play. Pacers don't need to do this. The decks are so good. But they have to rent the okay, it's because of the rental. Having to rent Tazuna, you're out of options. Unless you own the Saturnal Diamond, which nobody that's not a whale would have. Only whales would have it. It'd be out of dreams, which one. I don't remember this. I guess I did see this Airshaka. I think she's not a closer in the Halloween version. She is a soldier. What is the deck? Wow, it's Condor again. This phone is lagging. Holy shit. No Estes, there's no power, no weight. This triple, man, this. What the heck? Why would you borrow that? Durability of all things, bruh. This is. What the fuck is that? Why would you do that? Just borrow a Sultan Diamond. What are you doing? These are one players, man. They're like they don't make any sense. Damn it. There we go. Late start on Fenomeno. I think the opponents are so weird, it doesn't really matter. Fenomeno being in third is fine. Kinda wants to be there. Because not having an ult in this game, it's like the character kinda doesn't have a identity if you don't ult. A lot of the special advantages, they're like in the ult themselves and your awakening skills. I mean, she still will get the awakening skills, and they're still not having the ult. It's kind of like just what gives the edge to the character. So you can't trigger it really. I'm surprised that this top row is catching up. I don't remember seeing anyone strong from the quick analysis. But sometimes when I see this happen, and it's like I look at the top, and we're like not even halfway through the race, I'm like, how did they pass? And the stats are weaker. They might have panicked, which is really bad if you're panicking on this ultra long distance track. Let's see that. Green Journey is getting kind of close. That's kind of scary. She's a buffing character. I don't actually know if she can do any acceleration on her own. I mean, like, from what I remember, like the long distance after she came out, she like didn't really do too much. I think the problem is more that like closer decks are so bad. That like if you're a closer, you kind of just on your back foot to begin with. Like, even like the ultra strong Ophover and Brenda Vista, they can't overcome the deck straight. その後エアシャカール、メジロブライト、外から行く2馬身3馬身開いてスペシャルウィーク、その後ろウィンバリアシオ。依然先頭はビワハヤヒデ、5馬身差フェノメノ。Heidi's gonna kick into overdrive soon. Gonna leave around behind us. 1馬身差エアシャカール、そしてその内から行ったのはドリームジャーニー。2周目の向こう上面に入って Fenomeno is closing the gap. Like, Hayahide was pulling away for a split second. 4馬身離れてフェノメノ、大きく離れてメジロブライト、1馬身離れてステイゴールド、3馬身離れて成田トップロード、5馬身差エアシャカール、内を回ってドリームジャーニー、5馬身離れてスペシャルウィーク、第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。勝負どころ、最後の直線へとかけていきます。この直線で勝負が決まるぞ。まだ1馬身以上の差があるぞ。ここから捉えることができるのか。最後のコーナー、先陣を切ったのはビワハヤヒデ、食い下がるフェノメノ、200を通過。Yeah, another regular outcome for the round one opponents. They're not very serious. None of them are very serious. Yeah, it's good for wins, but you don't get enough. You don't get that many crystals. So it's like, you know, whatever. Why am I waiting? Okay, Hayahide, US3, power and wit is on like the competitive line, or at least the old competitive. I don't think it's good anymore. 8279 is really bad. What is your deck? Because as a pacer, you should be like closer to 9,000. Like, another one will have to use a. See, this doesn't make sense. Like, you choose the air group because you want the higher skill point gain, but it's like it's still bad. It's still low. Because this should be 9200, not 8200. The stamina's not there, so this player didn't try enough, I guess. Let's see, low power, low weight. Should be a soldier. She is. Damn, going for the Manhattan Cafe ancient card. I don't think it's worth dropping your card power for that as well, because like from what I seen, it doesn't matter as much. I don't know, maybe Bright is losing because they don't have as much to sell, but there's not a lot of sell to begin with because all the cards that give you the go to sell, they're not strong enough. Yeah, this Hishimura looks actually pretty scary. Yeah, the stats look really good, but the stamina's kind of low, man. Air Groove, no Estes, not Air Groove. Super Creek, no Estes things. There's the Air Groove card, Beyond Dreams, Around Scenario. I think this is New Year's Laurel. 82. She's a soldier, right? This is a different deck. I think this is the same deck I'm running. Yeah. 87 is, I think, is more than me. Like 400 more skill points than I can do. It's hard to raise skill points with that deck. Okay. I keep forgetting. I just like sit back in my chair. They start on Bright. Oh, well.
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いは5番ビワハヤヒデ、フェノーメノ、1番ビワハヤヒデ。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。やはりフェノーメノ。
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't know why Fenomeno. I didn't really notice this when I was recording. But I'm watching it back. Wow, it takes a lead a lot. That's terrible. Because of an old requirement to be in third place. I guess it's fine to like be in the front. At least you're not in the, you know, you're still in the position you need to trigger your skills. But it's not optimal. I would like for them to have like spot places. I hate it. That'll be like perfect.
先頭フェノーメノレースはよどみなく進んでいます。先頭から大きく離されて2番手は1番ビワハヤヒデ、さらには5番ビワハヤヒデ、あとは桜ロー
Hayahide just runs by Fenomeno, no problem. Metro Bright's catching up really quickly. Surprised the Laurel's already there too. Especially also catching up, so these soldiers are getting dangerously close to the paces.
現在1番手はフェノーメノ、続きました5番ビワハヤヒデ、
All of them fell back for some reason.
1番ビワハヤヒデ、4番手
I mean, there's middle league so long, they fluctuate a little
少
bit.
し離れてヒシミラクル、その後から桜ローレル、その後ろからマチカレタンホイズル。
Actually, I could have trained Miracle too, I think. Like, I did get her from like the... He wants to go on the monthly tickets. And I looked at her kid, she seemed okay. Nah, I kinda just... I think I probably would have had healing issues. I still don't have her own heal. Then getting Kawaii swap the diamond to give her heal. You lose out on the very nice skill that she has. Stamina conservation for a really short one for right. FPSL, which is up here. Yeah, I guess that Hishimura didn't have any SL. Also like the stamina competition. It was all like around 1800 for the whole team. The opponents are like 16 something. That's like the stamina competition is like pretty big deal. But it only triggers for races like above 2200 and above. So anything below that is no stamina.
勝負は最後の直線に持ち越された。中山の直線は短いぞ。後ろの子たちは間に合うか。突っ込んでくる5番ビワハヤヒデ、抜け出したのは5番ビワハヤヒデ、だが後続も追いすがる。200を通過。
Yeah, I was like, is that going to be a bright victory? But no, like, Hayahide is so far forward. I cannot believe I got jump scared by the click. It was a recording. That's funny. I'm like, holy shit, who clicked on that? I moved my mouse over, I'm allowed to click. I'm so used to like this it being like ticket 2 of day 2.
実力は引けを取りません。2番人気は1番
Gold ship. I don't remember this. A3, no power. Even from the race scenario, no power, no weight, no S distance. Why is that a runner card in there? It is ramen. These don't have cards in. The wit is terrible. Stamina is terrible. What is it? That's from Beyond Dreams. Shoku, no estasis, no power. Wit is fine. It's the same problem with no deck. Cafe, no S distance. Guts is bad. Stamina is bad. Everything else looks great. What is the deck? Single circles. Wow, this is a. That's the power build. I think like, what do you do if you don't have digital or Asian flash? I guess just Tamamo, right? I think if it was me in this case, I might have swapped to Still in Love for the triple speed. But I don't know, that might be bad too, because you lose out on the skills and the gold skills and just the regular skills. Because a lot of Still in Love is like generic skills that everything else covers already. So you kind of like just short on supply of skills. So why would you borrow that stamina over the good one? What the heck? That's Beyond Dreams. Never mind. It's whatever. Ninja Creek, single circle, low power, no S distance, width a little bit low, 83 something. What is that card? Shoku, double stamina build, so no power. Is Top gonna run now? Yes, she is. Somehow, like super quicker running? No way, right? No, she shouldn't. Nah, with that distance from the runner, she's a pace. Yeah, I think like after round 1 happened, I was like, man, everyone, people not into this CM to play. I guess everyone thought it might have been too difficult. That was what I was thinking. After I did round 2 and stuff, like there are people who are serious. I think they just got extremely lucky with the matchmaking. A lot of these people are like, you could hardly tell and call that, say that they were trying. And again, like some of them were okay. They just like the power is low. I think if you don't know that having low power is not good. I guess not people knew about it. We do have a lot where it's like double stamina build, right? And everything is good besides the power. And I think that ends up ultimately hurting the build, because the power being low means kind of not in the front. I think you use power to do overtaking calculations. So you want it if you're like a backline. Honestly, even as a pacer, you do want it to, because you want to pass the other pacers as well. Yeah, so Bright takes the lead, just vanishes. No one's catching up to her now. I'm curious what's gonna happen in 2 days. We didn't got your swap. I wonder if we're actually going to get like a new card for closes. That would be kind of awful because it won't be a discount battle. I mean, it's technically good for, it's good for the game. You want the closes to be strong. They've been like suffering for the game. It's bad for free-to-play players who won't be able to play. Another Christmas, Hayahide, no distance, no guts, everything else is fine. I guess the stamina is low, so guts is low. Whoops. Beyond Dreams, I don't know. Distance low positive speed must fit double stamina build because the stamina and guts are pretty good. Yeah, double stamina. I guess nobody owns the Dream Journey card because it wasn't discount, but it's not even strong enough by today's standards. Like the moves it gives is great, but the skill point gain is bad. No S distance on this. It's the same build. I think it's like a backline player. Yeah, renting the Dream Journey. Like, honestly, the deck is great, but like as a closer, you just don't have options. Like that airshot, I don't even know what you're supposed to swap it off for. And especially if you don't have your own Saturnal Diamond, you like really don't have options. Cream, oh my god, where's the width? This is from Onsen, alright, whatever, I don't care about the deck. Must be another Onsen player here as well. Yep, Onsen. What even is the deck? It has to be shared because this type. When you use like this, the player just doing the least. So whatever. I think that must have been the stats inflation build from back then. Even back when during the onsen, I was like, no, those builds are no good for me. So I think the McQueen, Right Shower, and I think it's the tail. They're all like whatever. That's inflation onsen builds. And then I think the Hayahide belongs to the Ofova CB closer player. And I think he tried. But the deck just sucks. I mean, if you ask me to do it, I don't know if I can do much better. Especially when you don't have the speed cards. You have to borrow 2 cards, you kind of just screwed me. And I would have to borrow 2 cards like that player, so I would be screwed to running a closer. So you can't really do much. I guess if it was me, I would still rent the Saturnal Diamond and just try to figure out what the second card is. Because you definitely don't want the Dream Journey, because you want the skill point gain of the modern era. Like, the skill points still will outweigh the 1 or 2 good gold skills, so you just buy way more white skills instead, because there's a lot of good modern day white skills. We have way more 3-second skills now, way more instant speed skills, or current speed, is what the official data uses current speed. There's a ton of those amazing white skills. There's even like way more 0.25 regular white skills. You don't even need to get them from ultimates. There's just more. That's why, like, when you train parents in Japan nowadays, you aim for a lot of the skills that you can't get from the deck. A lot of them are those tiny 3-second skills, instant speed skills, or like 0.25 speed skills. You stack the parents with a bunch of that stuff, and then you run your deck. And you try to like dip into all of the things if you get lucky enough. And you can get the competitive edge even if the deck is stuck. It's all about having strong parents and strong deck. It'd be great you got both. 残り 1000m を通過。この差は大丈夫なのか。2番手はフェノメノ、あとはメジロブライト、サンドシーサー、オルフェーブル、さらにミスター CB、 そしてそのうち1番ビワハヤヒデ、1番シーサー、ライスシャワー、その後メジロマックイーン。大きく離れて東海帝王。まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。 Yeah, Ofova looks pretty good, honestly. I think if she ran not Dream Journey but Saturnal Diamond, she maybe would have gotten closer. It's hard to say because the power is not high. double stamina. Both of them has their own healing. You don't need as much healing from cards. Duplicado, no S distance, no width, mixing long distance skills. Where's the deck? Power for a pacer. You don't need it. It might be the same deal here. No width, no S distance. Yeah, same deal. You don't have your own tail. The other thing is like because pacers get Tokai tail, it's so much easier to make them. So not having it is like crazy. Oh wow, there's another onsen setup. What is this? It is, man. Why is the low width inflation bill so popular in the onsen scenario? Wow, that deck is kind of weird to look at. There's a lot of like non-discount stuff. Wow, this player has a strange deck. No power because of the level stamina build. No S distance, no width. Same build. Huh. I guess like because the deck power is weaker, it's harder to hit max weight anyways, because the cross training is just worse. What the heck happened? What in the world? Did I misclick? I totally misclicked. Why is everything flipped? What the? No wonder. It's like, what the hell? Oh my god, it's so over. Is it mirror? What am I looking for? There we go. They saw a Hayahide. She might have healing issues. For some reason, Fenomeno is still in the front. I don't know what the same build, same setup. Panic on Hayahide. Yeah, all this happened before we even got past the opening leg. They start panic, Eric. Get the heals? I forget. その後ろからステイゴールド、3馬審査メジロブライト、ビワハヤヒデ先頭を進みますが、これは正解でしょうか。ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが、向こう上面に入って先頭からしんがりまでおよそ11馬身、先頭がやや速いのか、隊列は縦長になっています。各自自分のペースを取っているようです。順位を振り返って先頭を変わらずビワハヤヒデ、続いてカレンブーケドール、そしてその外から行くのは成田ブライアン。I'm missing 3.5 from Hayahide. I don't see the other bigger those. What is the evolution here for Fenomeno? We miss it? It still could trigger a little bit later, but we missed the other heal for Fenomeno. 3.5 long distance heal. Might be stamina conservation soon for Fenomeno. What's the bigger triggers right here? That's the conservation for Hayahide. さらにはビワハヤヒデ、そしてその後ろから行くのはカレンブーケドール、3馬身離れて成田ブライアン。さあ、1コーナーから2コーナー向かっていくのはカレンブーケドール、ステイゴールド。少し後ろからフェノメノ、外を通りましてメジロブライト、内の方からメジロマックイーン、あとはサクラローレル、さらにシンボリルドルフ。先頭は依然ビワハヤヒデ、4馬身リード、先頭から大きく離されて2番手はカレンブーケドール、3番手にフェノメノ、内から内からステイゴールド、その外並んで成田ブライト、さらにメジロブライト、そして内目をつきましてはメジロマックイーン、2周後の向こう両面各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています。残り 1000m 通過、ビワハヤヒデまだリードをキープしています。2番手に外からフェノメノ、そしてその後ろからメジロブライト、4番手ステイゴールド、1馬審査成田ブライアン、そしてその後ろからカレンブーケドール、その後ろからスタイゴールド、3馬身離れてメジロマックイーン、 That's not even that's just the first cam. We didn't even get to the second cam. Second cam. Is she in front of Hayahide now? I don't think so. But she's close. She's not close. Damn, these camera angles are crazy. She almost caught up. I have to sit through the lag. By like round 2 day when I was sort of fanning my phone because it's really hot playing this game. Lucky Lilac should be. It is a UB now. Why did I pause? Why do you have dreams? You are not a close like your dad. Junjun herself. Closer, no wit, no stamina. Oh. Wait, what was that scenario from? You're borrowing Taishin. You don't want to do that. It's from onset. That makes sense. Yeah, looking like her being a pacer throws me off each time. I keep thinking she's a closer. I don't know why. I think it's because it's off over, I suppose. At a certain point, I got confused what I was looking through. I misclicked a few times. But I think we got all of them this time. I think people lacking S distance though. At least again, that's gonna affect her healing. Only like, it is like 5 it'll be hard to be badly positioned, but we could still fall behind too far.
長丁場のこのレースですがクロノジェネシス早くも先頭に躍り出た続いてフェノメノ早くも激しい競り合いカレンブーケドール並びかけてきたビワハヤヒデ続いているこの辺りまでで先頭集団を形成しています先頭がやや早い間延びした展開です
Who was the Bukido with? Like, one of them had like no S distance. I think that's the lucky one I'm acting. I forget if the Bukido is like no, it does have S distance, but like the weight and the power is a bit lower. Yeah, that was that. He's like staying really far away from it.
その後ろメジロブライト5馬身離れて2番ドリームジャーニー1馬身離れて5番ドリームジャーニーその後ろにオルフェーブル意気揚々と先頭を行きます
Mejiro's Bright's already so far up.
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。一息つけるといいですが。
第4コーナーカーブ現在1番手はビワハヤヒデここで先頭が入れ替わった1馬身離れてカレンブーケドールそしてその外から行くのは
3.5 heals, super long distance heal.
2馬身3馬身開いて
Did we hit the gold heal?
ラッキーライラック
I
1
missed
馬身
it
差
if I
5番
did.
ドリームジャーニー少し後ろから2番ドリームジャーニーその後ろオルフェーブルフェノメノ先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか
Ultimate for Hayahide, we're too far ahead on. We do have to stamina conserve. We get ahead is because of stamina. We're so in the front. I had it lasted no time, the stamina conservation. It took like one breath and she was ready to go again. What the fuck? Not how that works. How far ahead she is. I don't think Fenomeno can catch up either. Hayahide like wins turbo head on day one. I mean on round 1 both days. That was damn. She's so strong. I thought she was like a 1700 power 1800 weight build, but she wasn't. So I was like, I got tricked. Cause like she did not nearly do as strong in round 2, even though she's still really good. Yeah, the round 1 just has so many slackers that he didn't look invincible. You shouldn't like 80% win rate at end of day 1, round 1. Like, damn, why is it so hard? I've never had a team with that lopsided stats before. You know, it's like Fenomeno getting 0 wins. I was like spooked. What the fuck? Did I mess up the balance of the team?
Fenomeno.
See, McQueen.
人気と
Low
実力を
power
兼ね
must be a
備えた
double stamina build. Weight's not great either. It is double stam from no, not onsen, from ramen. This might be the same thing, even though the power is a bit higher though. The guts is a little bit too high for single stamina. Yeah, same issue. Okay, the problem with this kind of build, the deck, is that when you max out the stamina, like the extra guts doesn't really do too much. It does like slow down the stamina consumption, but it doesn't help with like winning the race like power does. Because if you don't stamina compete, it doesn't really do much for you outside of like stamina management. If you have enough healing and the stamina is maxed out, like the extra guts doesn't do much. But the power being higher is just better. Power is really low, not a double stamina build. This is triple speed. Why is this power so low? What? We do have a super runner, and it messes with the. I guess it doesn't really mess with what we want. But it does make it a little harder for the backline to catch up. I don't know how good this Palma is though. The power is kind of not great. It doesn't really need it being like a solo one, except for getting better uphill speed. He's not really overtaking or fighting position. The power doesn't, I don't think it does much. I suppose the opening acceleration thing also depends on power. Having more is good, but he's just a super runner anyway, right? He's not gonna be around. Like having enough power is probably fine. I don't know how much more power really helps.
後方の馬娘が差し返せるのか気になる開きです。
順位を振り返っていきます。先頭は依然メジロファーマー10馬身リード、続いて岩早秀フェノーメノ、
Hayahide is already catching up.
シュバルグラン、さらにラリカトップロード、
Like barely halfway.
ラリカブライアン、そしてその外から行ったのはメジロマックイーン。大きく離れて桜ローレル、第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。先頭は変わらずメジロファーマー、続きました岩早秀、1馬身差シュバルグラン、その後3、4馬身開いてフェノーメノ、5番手にはラリカトップロード、その後3、4馬身開いてラリカブライアン、1馬身
I think like yeah, the other I kind of lost track with the Palmer team. I forgot who the teammate is. I think overall that team's builds look better than the other one because I think the other one had like some people from the wrong scenario. And but now that we're already passing Palmer, he's done. I don't think Gran can catch up. Because like Swimsuit Gran is like the better one for long distance, but okay, that kit's not as good for this particular track shape. I don't remember what regular Cheval Gran does. I thought she was a medium distance character, but I might be wrong. Hayahide pulls away. Could be a wrap. This final link thing.
残り1000メートルを通過、この差は大丈夫なのか。現在2番手はフェノーメノ、大きく離れてラリカトップロード、内からシュバルグラン、5番手メジロブライト、その後3、4馬身開いてメジロパーマー、桜ローレル、外から行く、大きく離れてラリカブライアン、間もなく第4コーナーカーブ、
内から来るか外から来るか最後の局面です。
さあいよいよ直線だ。どのタイミングで誰が仕掛けるのか。中山の得点
Looks like there won't be any upsides. It's so far away from everyone.
残り200、フェノーメノ、繰り下がる岩早秀、足色は衰えない。先頭は依然岩早秀、強いとしか言え。 QED 分析通りだよ。
Is that ticket 2? That is ticket 2. This is ticket 3. Being able to skip the loading. I wish I could do that normally.
注目の2番人気、5番フェノーメノ。
Special week,
素
no
晴ら
S
しい雰囲
this
気を感じ
time.
る
That's
私一押しの
stamina's
馬
a bit
娘
low.
ですね。
Otherwise, it's like
前目につけ
okay.
る先行策で
Medium
勝利を掴ん
distance
でほしいです
skills.
ね。
Oh, this is not a good deck for this track. Beyond Dreams, okay, whatever. Real Bright. Power is awful. Double stamina build, I guess. There's some random skills. There's a medium skill. It's the same deck. Even though it is for the ramen scenario. No power again. The weight is okay. Must be it's the same deck. What the heck? You don't even have almond eyes? That's crazy. No S distance on the. Are you even from the right scenario? This is Beyond Dreams. Yeah, I saw that Casino Drive. This might be also a Beyond Dreams build. It is. Yes, that's a bit low. I think that it's kind of easy to hit high rank in ramen. The hard thing is getting the balanced stats. This is all Beyond Dreams. I'm like forgetting what I looked at. It's all good, dude. We're done here.
今スタートが切られました。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。みんな集中してましたね。
There's like 1% from the ramen scenario. It's the same deck as the Beyond Dreams one. But I think this is a wrap also. Fenomeno taking the lead every race. I just didn't realize this when I was recording it. Why is it? What does she have that's different? It's the same build for both Hayahide and Fenomeno. I don't think she has more opening leg either. She has the same. I mean, when I like buy the skills, I remember like which ones I want. I did the same, decision making for both. Well, anyways, the preview is good now. I don't recall if I remember seeing Tenhauser going crazy. Look how far ahead she is. I think she panicked. She does have her own built-in heal. That's why people kind of like using her for long distance. I think her ultimate is a big heal. Kind of frees up like quite a bit of stuff. But I don't know if I like healing ultimates. It's kind of hard to say. There are some really good ones like Mino Top Gun, like Halloween version. It's like just a good skill overall. It's like a hybrid one. I think the 2-star Tannhauser here is just a heal with no speed. See, do we took our oats here? I think we should have already. I guess we did already. You don't get to see it in the landscape mode on browser. There's no ultimate cut-in. Very unfortunate. One of the best parts of this game is seeing the ultimate. Go into the acceleration for no leg. Wow, we just watched that Oguri Crater. That reminds me, like, I was supposed to test all these characters in the trial run against the super strong Ramen Top Road, but I forgot to do it. I just had to get ready to leave for the convention. I just forgot to test any of these characters. Maybe I probably could have won against the Top Road anyway, so it would have been moved. Power is pretty decent, wit is kind of bad. But this might be like a proper deck also. Just for the stats alone. Yeah, this is the proper deck. This is the best you can do as a closer too. See, the skill point to 82 is not bad. Having to run Dream Journey. Narita, Blaze Brian, same deck, but similar deck idea, though it's a bit low. Yeah, it's the best deck. 87 is not good for skill points though. Hayahide, pretty well. This is a better USA. This is better than mine. This is what I thought I had. But I don't have this. Yeah, 94 17. Very scary looking one. Do we lose this? Might have lost this. UE9 Onsen TMR Pro. Oh no, this cafe is kinda scary too. What is this deck? What the fuck? You stats pad with the runner deck, really? So then you have concentration then? You do. Okay. That's funny. 8606 kinda just okay for skill points. Not super, special week, kind of not amazing looking on the guts. Try to replicate the same thing, but didn't quite get the same result. Late start.
綺麗なスタートを切りました。
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いは
It almost feels like over time Hayahide has been getting more accidents.
先頭集団を見ていきましょう。
On bright.
先行争いで前に出たのは5番。
And then like Fenomeno is just like always taking the lead. I don't know why.
長丁場のこのレースで
Did she actually have a different skill set that I don't recall?
先頭を伺うのは成田ブライ
I'm looking at skill list activations. They kind of have the same deal
7番
going.
岩林で4番手2馬身3馬身開いて TM オペラオさらにはマンハッタンカフェその後3、4馬身開いてオルフェーブル少し離れてスペシャルウィークそしてその内から行ったのはメジロブライト意気揚々と先頭を行きます
Yeah, I mean, the Hayahide is really strong on the opponent's side. This is a really bad positioning for us. It would have been much better if our Hayahide and Fenomeno was the opposite. They swap places would be perfect right now. But right now it's really bad because we don't have an ultimate. And the Hayahide is so strong. And then like, oh my god, the cafe's already here. That one looks super scary. Yeah, I think we lost this. And that overall was pretty strong as well. I don't remember losing to an overall. I think we only lost to Aces and Cafe. I think no, we lost a bit more around too. It was like some kind of surprising opponent choices. We were conserving stamina as Bri over there.
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。一息つけるといいですが。
I fell behind the cafe because of that. I guess we missed our heal. We get first here. Big ult for Fenomeno already probably. I guess we catch up. I think if we don't pass this, Hayahide we lose. She's like stronger than us though. It's over with that. The way this is looking at that pass. They're like Bright is so much further back. What the fuck? What? Okay, I guess she heard me talking. She like fucking just blew past the Hayahide. Did the other Hayahide not have the acceleration? And then that cafe is still there. It's like dangerously close. So even if we beat the Hayahide, I don't know if we could outrun this cafe. Like, Bright is like behind the closes, literally. This is an evil camera. Did we not lose this? No, we lost this. Whoa, well, we beat these guys? That's great. But I don't remember that we lost this. Yeah, this is a recording, but show me talking shit. And then what anyways?
上がりですね。芝のコースで力を十分発揮で
Oh,
きそ
but
う
I
で
don't
すね
remember。this. UB7. Are you even from the right scenario? The deck is good. It is the right scenario. Why is the bill so bad? Okay, yeah, why is the bill so bad? The teammate is the bright Stamina is a bit low, guts a bit low, everything else is looking good. S6. Double circles, missing one of the 4. Yeah, this is a deck. Yeah, I'm glad I went with this route because I feel like a lot of people did this too. It's a bit harder, but the ceiling is much better. Unless you have the Asian flash card, then you just do that. But if you don't, you have to go for the digital. What is the USA? We probably lost to this one. These stats are kind of crazy. Yeah, that's a lot of heals, like white heals. So it is a digital build. 8916 is really high for this deck. This one looks pretty scary too. Power's a tiny bit low. Oops. It is triple. Yeah, this is the deck. 95 is pretty standard. I think we'll have like 93, 94 ourselves. Is there a super runner? I think so, with no S distance. It's really hard to do 3 speed cards as a. Actually, it's because they. I think this is a tough, like what in this guy's situation, it's tough to say what he should have done. I probably still would have went for Saturn Diamond over the tap dance. I think if it was me, I would have went for a power build with Bourbon instead. It's harder to play. The S6 stamina is pretty okay. Did I miss the? I didn't look at the when it was built. Okay. Probably recent though. Play store on Bright, that sucks. I can't even say it doesn't matter because she needs her positioning for ult. She has no ult, so that's bad. She passes it there on there anyways, what the fuck? Not solid behind her again. What is happening? Why does she keep passing people? That's good though, get the ultimate going. Look at the super runner pull that distance away, but we should be showing up on the top cam soon, I think. We definitely didn't lose to a runner, I know that.
続きましたカレンブーテドールその後フェノメノビワハヤヒデ4番手4馬審査8番メジロブライトそしてその後方には3番メジロブライト内を回って4番マンハッタンカフェ
Man, this race is so long.
そしてその後ろから行くのは9番マンハッタンカフェ
It is a good position for Fenomeno though, unless she passes okay though, okay, that's bad. Wrong surges are near us, that's bad. We're only halfway through the race, already catching up, that's pretty scary. It's over for Hayahide, I think.
9番マンハッタンカフェ果たしてどうでしょうか
馬場状態を確認しながら走っている感じですねまだ本気ではないですよ
さあ先頭に立ったのはカレンブーケドール2馬審査奇跡その後ろにフェノメノ
Oh wow, we didn't have, well, I guess we did Lake Store, right? So we don't have the stamina for it. I think we ulted as Fenomeno just now. The stamina ran out. We stamina was restored and then Hayahide goes crazy. I don't understand. I thought we wanted to avoid that. I guess it's still better not to happen. But it's like for Hayahide, it's like you're gonna run past you, take a break, and then win the race. Look at going crazy. Oh shit, did we lose to Bouquet? I think we lost to that Manhattan. So like, I think Bouquet and Manhattan will both be strong. How did catch up? I think she's going to. We are on the inside, we're closer to the fence. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Where did the cafe come from? She like hid behind the skill activation and she's number 1. What the fuck? Where did she come from? Yeah, this is the loss. I remember there was like one super strong cafe. We lost to both cafes. What the fuck? And I think this is like the second loss of the entire it called? Of all round one is the second boss. So I'm probably going to actually click on what these things are this time. Yeah, this is a scary one, US8. The guts being closer to 1200 does make it a lot better too than being closer to 1000. How many skill points did you have? The 89 is so high, I talked about it earlier. Then the other one also looked pretty good. Yeah, this one looks good too, even though the stamina is a bit on the lower end, but she does have an ultimate that hits about 88, 91 as well. Okay, though power is a bit low, stamina is a bit low. Is your ultimate a heal? It's not. 95 is pretty strong. What is the deck? It's just a standard deck. Yeah, I mean, these guys were strong, so not this again. We didn't actually look at this, so it's like totally forgot. Yeah, missed 2 skills. And we like in good position till the end. Then we like dropped off because we got passed by the. Yeah, all of the soldiers ran past us. I checked to see if the O activated, right? Did I forget? Yeah, we activated it. I think we were kind of in the. Yeah, we do take the lead, and then we get cut up on by the soldiers. What do we whiff? Fast forward past this. So we whiffed on, yeah, because the late story don't heal. We whiffed on some pretty good whites and 3 goals. That sucks. Wait, the last one was on her? Or I guess on Hayahide too. I never actually caught up with her. She didn't really get to do much this time. And then we whiffed on what skills? Not too many. Yeah, just the last one probably hurt her a bunch. No S distance, no width, you can tell even from the right month. You are, what's the deck? Okay, yeah, I don't know if having to borrow 1000 kind of just ends your choices basically. We have the Top Gun, no S distance again, terrible guts. No width as well. The deck can do way better than this though. Triple S, no width though. Is the same problem? Looks like the same deck. This is player skill, I think. Another similar looking problem. Wow, that's Piqua and the Viveros. This guy's kind of grasping for a star. These little guys low whip builds. I feel like they just don't know how to play the deck. But the quest selection is not the best either. Yeah, you have to borrow 1000 now. This is a hard time. Yeah, I think like there's not too many scary looking people. There's only 5 front. I look at that Top Gun, not even being able to catch up as she's a runner. She's not set to a runner. That's kind of wild. I think all evolution is still a runner. But all kind of requires her to be near in the front too, so she's basically done. So.
意気揚々と先頭を行きます。ジェンティルドンナ、どうでしょうこの展開。
かかってしまっているかもしれません。息を入れるタイ
Yeah, I
ミン
think
グ
that Gentleman probably
中間
turning.
に入っていく先頭から後方まで隊列は縦長に
I
なっ
don't
てい
think
ます。
they would choose a lower speed character as the lucky
現在1番手はビワハヤヒデ。さあ先頭に立ちました。フェノメノ3番手ジェンティルドンナ、4馬身離れてマヤノトップガン、1馬身差成田トップロード、そしてその後方にはマンハッタンカフェ、メジロブライト並んでくる。1馬身離れてオルフェーブル、まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。そしてここで先頭はフェノメノ、ビワハヤヒデ追走。その後3、4馬身開いてジェンティルドンナ、そしてその外を回って成田トップロード、外メジロブライト。
See, Bright is catching up already. Fenomeno will have no ult.
その後ろにステイゴールド。
Don't remember if any of those guys would race. I think there's no
か
opponent.
かり気味かもしれないです。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが。
Ultimate for Hayahide takes the lead. And we get the ult from top row passing us. We get it from Fenomeno as well.
コーナーへ向かっていきます。そしてその外を回ってマンハッタンカフェ、その後ろジェンティルドンナ、オルフェーブル、外から行く。1馬身離れてマヤノトップガン、4馬身離れてステイゴールド。先頭は依然ビワハヤヒデ、2馬身リード。続いてフェノメノ、成田トップロード3番手、その後3、4馬身開いてメジロブライト、そしてその後方にはマンハッタンカフェ、後ろオルフェーブル、さらにはマヤノトップ
Yeah,
ガン。
pretty standard for the round one stuff
馬娘
like
たちの動
this.
きが激しくなっています。
I just run for it, and then everyone is like kind of not competitive and friendly and for free.
2番手はフェノメノ、3番手にはメジロブライト、成田トップロード、4番手、その後ろマンハッタンカフェ、その後3、4馬身開いてオルフェーブル、あとはマヤノトップガン、ステイゴールド追走。内をついてジェンティルドンナ、第4コーナーを進んで直線へ向かう。
ここからスパート。一気にレースが動きます。
この直線で勝負が決まるぞ。中山の直線は短いぞ。後ろの子たちは間に合うか。外を回っていったのはメジロブライト、フェノメノ。突っ込んでくる。残り200。先頭はビワハヤヒデ、変わらない。
Wait, does Bright catch up right here? Looks like she might.
メジロブライト。
Yeah, she does.
メジロブライト、大声優。
聖なる栄光はあなた様に送ります。
作戦どうメノ
まずまずの仕上がりですね。前目につける先
See,
行策
stay
で勝利を
gold.
掴んでほ
It's
しい
pretty
ですね。
strong. The guts is fine. Stamina's a little bit. 87 is kind of high. What
先
is
行
the
策で
deck?
勝利を
There's
掴
some
んでほし
medium
いですね。
distance skills in here. What the heck? Okay, went for digital route and don't have 2 speed. So this is gonna have like a stamina issue, I think. We don't have the healing. This one looks pretty scary as well. Is it double stamina build? Why is the guts so high? It looked like a single one just now though. Yeah, it's single. Wow, 90, 93, 28. Power is still technically a little bit low, but it's pretty scary. Similar power here as well. Single circles though. Do we really have that many skill points? How's that? How do you not be able to spin it on double circle? Because this is the deck. And I have like 92, I bought everything, couldn't run out of stuff to buy, even with double circle. What? What's the deal? U83, probably from the wrong scenario, maybe? Wait, what the heck is this deck? Got Beyond Dreams. I think this is all gonna be the same. Beyond Dreams. It's wild, like the. Well, I mean, it's all not. It's all from the raw scenario. I mean.
さあゲートが開い
Wait
た
for it.
各
That
馬
sucks.
娘綺麗なスタ
There
ートを
is
切
a
りました
closer
みん
there.
な集
though.
中してましたね
They
好
do
レー
keep
ス
up
が期待できそうです
期待通りの結果を出せるか一番人気成田ブライアンフェノメノ落ち着かない様子
冷静さを取り戻せるといいのですが
1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かって行きますマヤのトップガン快調に飛ばして行きます先頭集団を見ていきまし
You
ょ
have
う
a bunch
先
of
頭は
white
マヤの
heels
トッ
for
プガン
Fenomeno.
単身で
They
飛
all
ばしてい
trigger
きます
probably
先
okay.
頭から大きく離されて2番手は成田ブライアン
Because I can't remember enough stuff to buy for her. But it's about like
それを
upbeat
見るよう
giving
にカレン
stuff.
ブーケドールここまでが先頭集団先頭から後
Because
方
I
まで
think she's
間延びした展
missing
開です
one or two key skills that were like they have gotten from day
依
hair.
然と
Because
して
that didn't
前のトッ
happen.
プが
The
続いて
bill was
カ
good
レンブーケド
enough.
ール4馬身離れてフェノメノ2コー
Moved
ナー回って
on
向こう
and
上
then, you know,
依然先頭は前のトッ
went
プが
to
続き
train
ましたカレ
the
ンブーケドール
bright.
その後
Did
ろ
I
に
just
成田
spend
ブ
like
ライアンそしてその内から行ったのはフェノメ
I
ノ
see
ステリゴールド
the
5番手
I did try to
少し後ろから
retrain
ビワハヤ
thing,
外
but
で
they had
メ
like
ジロブライト
some
2馬身
downtime
3馬身
looking
開いて
at me.
メジロマックイーンその後
But
オルフェーブル
yeah, I don't
勢
know.
いよ
It's
と先
like
頭へ行きます前のトップ
it
が
didn't really
ど
line
うで
up.
しょうこの展開
Because like in order to be better than this Fenomeno, I need both right turn and summer girl.
マヤのトップが
Maybe
まだリードをキープしていますその後
3.5 heal
3、4
and
馬
I
身
need
開いてカレンブーケドール少し
the
後ろからフェノメノ2馬身3馬身
skill
開いて成田
came
ブライア
from
ン
the
そ
Fenomeno
の後
time.
3、4馬
It's
身
all
開
in
い
the
てメジ
parents.
ロブライトビワハヤヒデ外から行く
I
あと
didn't
は
get
ス
that
テイゴー
either.
ルド大きく離れてオル
You
フェ
know,
ー
so
ブ
the
ル
inherent
2馬身
events
3
don't
馬
give
身
me
開いて
those
メ
like
ジロマッ
4
クイーン
skills. I
カレ
don't
ンブ
even
ーケド
finish
ー
the
ル先
run.
頭を進みますが
Like
こ
I
れは
need
正解でしょ
those
うか
skills to like really offset the power from the existing
現
one.
在
Otherwise, like, there's not that much of a.
少し離れて成田ブライ
I'm not looking for a
2 コーナーへ
cycle.
向かう
Looking for
少
a
し
full
離れて
upgrade.
フェノメ
That's
ノ
fine.
4番手メジロブライトマヤのトップが続いているあとはステイゴールド外でビワハヤヒデそして内目をつきましてはオルフェーブルあとはメジロマックイーンさらにはフェノメノその後3、4馬身開いてメジロ
Fenomeno
ブライ
and
ト成田ブライ
Right
ト
went into
続いている
conservation
少
mode.
し離れて
Right
カレン
starts
ブ
to
ーケ
wait
ドール
longer,
2
but
馬
still
身
in
3馬身
second.
開いて前のトップが外でビワハヤヒデそしてその内から行ったのはステイゴールド2周目の向こう上面各馬娘たちの
Right
動きが
definitely
激しく
losing
なってい
speed.
ま
I
す
think her
残り
foot
1000メートル
didn't
を通
kick
過
in.
先頭は相変わらずフェノメノその後3、4馬身開いて成田ブライアン3番手にメジロブライトそしてその後ろから行くのはカレンブーケドール
What happened? Where did Fenomeno get
さ
to
らに
first
ステイ
place?
ゴールド5馬身
Wait,
差
am I
前の
crazy?
トップが
No, I'm
あとは
crazy.
オ
I
ル
was
フェーブ
thinking
ル
of
そし
like
てその後ろから行くの
Major
はメジロ
Bright.
マックイーン第4コーナー
Fenomeno's
カーブ
already
内
fun.
から来るか外から来
I
る
think
か
Bright catches up, maybe?
じりじり詰める
With
メジ
the
ロブライ
camera
ト
angle.
中山の直線が短いと後ろの子たちは間に合うか最後は2人のつばぜり合いだフェノメノ足色は衰えない残り200フェノメノリードは2馬身成田ブライアン食い下がる
If we don't guts compete, we don't help them. That's good. I think we guts competed, it could have been scary.
本館の任務
There have been losses like that, where you're like winning and then your teammate guts competes and then the opponent moves up and then you lose. Okay, next ticket. This is the last ticket of day 1.
に選んでください
Round 1, day 2. This is the last ticket. Overall, round 1. Why am I waiting for that match?
すぐに狙える3番人気2番
See, all the recap. Fenomeno great, no S
逆
distance.
転を狙える能力を持ってい
This
ま
does
すよ
look great otherwise.
前目につける3番人
86,
気ではありま
86 is
すが
not good. The
逆
skill
転を
points
狙え
for
る能
base
力を持っています
Using the power build? That's not the good one.
ますよ前目につける先行策で勝利をつかんでほしいですね
Please. This should be a triple. This is a power build again. For some reason, power build, yeah, because you get stamina from power, so you kind of don't prioritize stamina training again because you see your stamina is high, but then your gut suffers from it. You don't really have that problem with the triple speed because you don't do power training, you only do stamina training. Your guts would just be naturally better. Yeah, same deck. This one looks a little bit better, but I have to imagine it's the same deck. Yeah, it's the same. No Estes is on Top Gun, no width. This is not the right scenario. The speed is too low. Design your island. This might be all design your island. Yep. You can't even get past 2000 top speed. You're in the old scenario. Get all designing islands, so there's only one on it. They start, that might be okay for her. She's been running too far ahead. This doesn't feel bad. We'll get this position back.
マヤのトップが快調に飛ばして行きます。先頭はマヤのトップが単身で飛ばして行きます。さあ1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていく馬娘たち。さあ花に立ったのはマヤのトップがこのままリードすることができるか。先頭から大きく離されて2番手はオグリキャップ。少し離れてメジロマックイーン。
This is a really bad position for Hayahide though. No, we fixed it. We should be fine. Like one of them is not even competitive. I think that's a lot of the. I mean that's the top gun. This is just like the positioning AI at work right now. I'm really having trouble keeping up. That's crazy. We'll probably pass them in the middle because of like the stats difference really kicks in more in the later half. But if we don't get good positioning, it might be but yeah, we're not even halfway yet though, so who knows. Get the big heal on Hayahide. Big heal on. Get the medium heal on each one. Where's our big heal on Fenomeno? She's not healing. We're going to conservation mode. She's going out of this race. We will be ulting soon for both of us. Can we do ult? Hayahide chasing down her sister, Brian. How do you pass them though? Yeah, we do. So we take the lead. We accelerate. Hopefully, oh, we're gonna be fighting her for acceleration. Oh, that's pretty close. I think we have better top speed. We trigger more skills. And we have like the, what is it called? Like the Tempest. What is it? It's called Press the Attack, I guess, the white one, but it's the full armor, like Wachikane gold. I don't know which one got it first. I think it's Wachikane who had it first. I don't think this is a support card with it. I guess the bright support card had it, the welfare for the event, Stamina one. But anyway, the Hayahide kills it right here. Yeah, so you know, like, so this looks incredible from like the round 1 performance. No ice distance, no width. Is that medium too? This is the Robinson. No, it's the power build, okay. No ice distance on this low power cafe, probably double stamina build. It is, but that's not the stamina cost expected. Lane Brian. Wow, the width is terrible. What the heck? Not even hitting above 1200 is crazy for modern time. It is a 3-star Forever Young. She's like much better maxed out. I think she might be like the Kita-san Black design type, the archetype. No power. Width is okay-ish. Yeah, because double stamina build. Right, I mean these look okay for double stamina builds. But your skill points do suffer, but not as bad as like a power one, because you still get the double rainbows the whole time. Okay, the power stat really is awful with the double stamina build. I think we'll see. I think it'll show itself in this race. I mean, like not bad power being bad.
美しめ綺麗なスタートを切りさあゲートが開いた各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました
みんな集中してましたね好レースが期待できそうです
先行争いはビワハヤヒデメジロマックイーンフェノーメノ期待通りの結果を出せるか一番人気フェノーメノ
I think like technically they're all competitive, but it's like a different build. We have a lot of deck build options with the Rama scenario. I think the double stamina was proven to just be worse. Because your power is just hard to raise. And since you want higher power, double stamina kind of drops off. I mean, you will reach the stamina threshold, but so can the single stamina decks, even though it takes a bit of luck to play. But just losing all that power is just really bad.
前から大きく開きました間延びした展開です
各自自分のペースを保っているようですね
順位を振り返っていきます依然としてスーパークリーク続いてメジロマックイーン3番手にフェノーメノその後からクロノジェネシス内を回ってビワ
I forget if any of these do have like not competitive. I think all of them are like similar idea. At least one team did. I have the super freaky long to there or not. Yeah, like Fenomeno's too far ahead again.
すぐに続いてクロノジェネシス少し後ろから成田ブライアン外を回りますメジロブライト少し離れてオグリキャプテン大きく離れてマンハッタンカフェフェノーメノ先頭を進みますがこれは正解でしょうか
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです一息つけるといいですが
現在1番
Open
手は
up Hayahide, but can't really ult for Fenomeno.
メジロマックイーン並んでくる1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます外を回りますビワハヤヒデクロノジェネシ
Zero
ス
break.
追走
Conserving stamina for a split
メ
second.
ジロブライトその後3、4馬身開いてオグリキャプテン2馬身離れて成田ブライアンその後ろからマンハッタンカフェ先頭は変わらずビワハヤヒデ2馬身差フェノーメノクロノジェネシス外から行く2馬身3馬身開いてメジロ
So
ブラ
we
イ
do
ト
get
そしてその
we
内
get
メ
the
ジ
ultimate.
ロ
We got the good position,
2馬身
but
差
it's gonna be like a
フェノーメノ
Hayahide.
さらにオグリキャプテン2周目の向こう上面各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています先頭ビワハヤヒデレースはよどみなく進んでいます
It kind of feels like they can't keep up because the power is so low.
さらにはメジロブライト3馬身離れてクロノジェネシスさらにはメジロマックイーン後ろスーパークリーク大きく離れてオグリキャプテン外目をついて成田ブライアンマンハッタンカフェ並んでくる間もなく第4コーナーカーブ
馬娘たちがどう動くか目が離せません
まだ差があるここから先頭を捉える子は出てくるのか中山の直線は短いぞ後ろの子たちは間に合うか食い下がるビワハヤヒデメジロブライト速い速いもはや独走状態200を通過メジロブライトリードは4馬身これはすごい足色は衰えない大楽勝だメジロ
I don't know where Brett catches up.
聖なる栄光はあなた様に
Yeah, I spill water on myself. God damn it.
さあ挑もうか
フェノーメノ
The special week, S3, bad power, probably double stamina
トッ
again.
プスピード瞬発力ともにいいものを持ってい
Yeah, double stamina. Going for the Fenomeno build. Until Donna, same idea. So the bad power is like, I think like in round 2, there's like way more people with high power. So it became kind of like more even matchup, so it's more of a toss up. Because then, you know, like the luck affects it a bit more. Because, you know, you kind of can't make up for the power. Like, same thing with this Chronogenesis. It looks like the same also with the other team in the top row, even though it's OG top row. A queen, this one, what is this? It's like okay, it's the power build, that makes sense, the guts is low. This is beyond rings too, okay. Wrong scenario, another double stamina build. This must be what happened. Like, that's why we're getting all these wins. Double stamina is like, you can't push the power very easily, just inferior. Because the other builds can hit higher power and still get the same stamina. Based on Fenomeno. So many paces might be bad if you can't get the top 5.
長丁場のこのレースですが、ビワハヤで早くも先頭に躍り出たジェンティルドンナ続いている1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。ここで先頭はジェンティルドンナ。
What if that was because of the power difference too? We like easily overcame
外を回ってフェノメノ、それを見るように成田トップロード、そしてその後ろから行くのはスペシャルウィーク、一馬身離れてメジロマックイーン、そしてその後方にはクロノジェネシス、大きく離れてメジロブライト、そしてその後ろから行くのはステイゴールド、ジェンティルドンナ。
We're like not in any positions that have any special timing to worry about. Getting like uphill skills and downhill skills. I just toss them in and just it triggers or not, it's good enough. It's not like there's like a downhill itself. I don't know there's a downhill here. That's of it actually happening or not. Honestly, nobody 先頭は相変わらずビワハヤヒデ、先頭から大きく離されて2番手はジェンティルドンナ、第4コーナーカーブビワハヤヒデ、まだリードをキープしています。続きましたスペシャルウィーク、一馬審査ジェンティルドンナ、クロノジェネシス、外から行く内を回ってフェノメノ、そしてその外から行くのは成田トップロード、外から行くメジロブライト、少し後ろからメジロマックイーン、さらにはステイゴールド、意気揚々と先頭へ行きますビワハヤヒデ、どうでしょうか展開。
一息つけるといいですが、
依然としてビワハヤヒデ、続いてクロノジェネシス、さらにフェノメノ、その後スペシャルウィーク、1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かう、さらにメジロブライト、内を回って成田トップロード、1馬身離れてメジロマックイーン、少し離れてステイゴールド、1馬審査ジェンティルドンナ、先頭ビワハヤヒデ、レースはよどみなく進んでいます。1馬審査フェノメノ、3番手にクロノジェネシス、4番手にメジロブライト、1馬審査スペシャルウィーク、2馬身3馬身開いてステイゴールド、その後3、4馬身開いて成田トップロード、2周目の向こう上面各馬娘たちの動きが激しくなっています。先頭は変わらずビワハヤヒデ、残り 1000m を通過、5馬身離れてフェノメノ、さらにはメジロブライト、外クロノジェネシス、ステイゴールド、5番手大きく離れてスペシャルウィーク、1馬身離れてメジロマックイーン、内成田トップロード、そしてジェンティルドンナ、さらにメジロブライト、まもなく第4コーナーカーブ。
Right, already passed both the paces. He did catch up. She has the potential. Guts compete. Even though he has more guts, he didn't matter. So he's
見事な走りで勝利を集中に収め。
I felt like I felt like Hayahide probably should have went up a bit more, but I guess she didn't trigger any other skills to go with the guts competition. Maybe measure a bright hit one. US the stamina is not great. It's not really a power build. Power's not that high. It is a power build. Okay. Environmental stamina is not great, power is low. What kind of build is this? This is the wrong scenario. It is beyond dream. Okay, those stats kind of don't make sense with this scenario power. Casino drive is right there. No S distance. This is power build? No, it's just it is power build. But you're missing a bunch of skills. You're running the power near universe. She's a medium distance card. Might be another power one because stamina is like really bad. I did catch a glimpse of the Ramante's summer stamina. Oh, this is just beyond rings, never mind. Is this all beyond rings? Probably all beyond rings. They didn't even try for this scenario. No, what? This is actually ramen with those stats. Let's say this double stamina though. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like you could do way better. Because the thing is, like, you don't really need the acceleration from the. Well, I guess it's nice to have, but the card is not really as strong comparatively. So if you just get a bunch of inherited stuff, you'll probably do better with what's it called, the Sultanal Diamond. You also need the super heal. I mean, the super long distance heal, the 3.5 medium heal. The heal. They start. Oh, there goes the healing. Well, that's not.
みんな集中してましたね。好レースが期待できそうです。
先行争いはフェノーメノ、3番ビワハヤヒデ、8番ビワハヤヒデ。先頭集団を見ていきましょう。さあ激しい先行争いで前に出たのはフェノーメノ。1コーナーからそして2コーナーへ向かっていきます。長丁場のこのレースですが、フェノーメノ早くも先頭に躍り出た。8番ビワハヤヒデ、続いている激しい先頭争い。その後ろ3番ビワハヤヒデ、4番手成田トップロード。この辺りまでで先頭集団を形成しています。やはり8番ビワハヤヒデ、続いてフェノーメノ、少し離れて成田トップロード。さらに3番ビワハヤヒデ、さらにはステイゴールド。その後ろオルフェーブル。
What did the? What was that? Like, did my phone suddenly get louder?
前から大きく開きました。間延びした展開です。
各自自分のペースを保っているようですね。
Yeah, I like hit. I must have hit the volume control on the phone.
成田トップロード。そしてその後方には3番ビワハヤヒデ、5番手スペシャルウィーク。あとはステイゴールド。その後ろ
Yeah, there's like what double stamina builds and beyond game characters. I feel like there's like no competition.
どうでしょうこの展開。
かかってしまっているかもしれません。息を入れるタイミングがあればいいですが。
まもなく第4コ
I think that top row is a double stamina, so it's for like 13, 12 to 1300 power. I think should be past. Maybe she can do it against Fenomeno, but that'd be good if she does. If we get the ultimate. I don't think she can. It doesn't have the power to trigger the over. I mean, the takes up mode, the over takes up going to conservation for Hayahide. It wouldn't wait so fast. I just feel like only was missing a little bit of stamina. So far ahead. This is gonna be another sweep, but anyway. 先頭は変わらず8番ビワハヤヒデ、かなり間が開いて現在2番手はフェノーメノ。それを見るようにメジロブライト2周目の向こ I
う
wonder if Bright can catch up from this distance. He might be able to.
依然先頭は8番ビワハヤヒデ。
Actually, Fenomeno is catching up
大
too.
きく離れてメジ
Interesting.
ロブライト、フェノーメノ3番手成田トップロード、4番手リバシンサー、3番ビワハヤヒデ。
I was like training more Fenomeno for finals. See if I want to replace her. Wait, no, it's already gonna play. I'm doing this thing, and like I might try one more run, but I have high doubts I can really replace anybody. It's not like these builds are that bad. They just can be better. They're trying to go better. It's a lot hard. So Hayahide could not be cut.
QED 分析通り
準備はよろしく。
Final race of round 1.
実力は引けを取りません。2番人気は
Little Brian. Power not so good. Wit not so good. This might be a double stamina build. It's not. Okay, these fights could have done slightly better than with the RNG. That's pretty high guts for a single. Yeah, like usually it's like this, like the 1200. This looks kind of scary too. Close to 1600 for both power and wit. This is the power build with the Tomahawk Cross 80. Wow, this is a really good run. Fenomeno. Width's kind of low, power's kind of low. What's that? Triple speed? It is triple speed. Well, this is the deck. I think this is slightly better than what I have because I have a 0 to 1000 now. 20 to 18 is not bad. Regular top road, really bad power. So this is double stamina maybe? That's like really bad stamina. Double weight? No, it's a power bill. What the heck? No, this is a casino. This is just Beyond Dreams. Is this also Beyond Dreams UA9? Maybe? Yeah, it is. Okay, so this guy's not even trying.
美しいよ。今スタートが切られました。各馬娘綺麗なスタートを切りました。
これは位置取りが熾烈になりそうですね。
先行争いはビワハヤヒデ、成田トップロード、
So pretty good positions for the paces. As long as Fenomeno is like 3 and 5. And then Visual Brightness, she might be the only. Oh, there's a cafe here.
そのうち並んで4番フェノーメノ、後ろシュバルグラン、その後ろクロノジェネシス、大きく離れてマンハッタンカフェ、その後からメジルブライト。意気揚々と先頭行きます。ビワハヤヒデ、どうでしょうこの展開。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。息を入れるタイミングがあれば
I'm really falling behind as Fenomeno.
先頭はビワハヤヒデ、先頭から後方まで間延び
This where the who is the cafe has to be on the more serious thing. The cafe didn't exist during
続きました。ビワハ
Beyond.
ヤヒデ、3番手、4番フェノーメノ、4番手、8番フェノーメノ、外を回ってシュバルグラン。
I mean, it's still we're not even halfway yet. Everyone's in a good position.
その後ろからメジルブラ
Big
イト、
heal
そして
for
そのうちマンハッタンカ
Fenomeno.
フェ。成田ブライアン、
You get the
先頭を
heals
進み
for
ますが、これは
Hayahide.
正解でしょうか。
ちょっとかかり気味かもしれないです。一息つけ
It
る
was
とい
one
い
of
で
the
すが
heals.
第
Get
4
the
コーナ
big
ーカーブ、
heal
依
for
然として成田ブ
Fenomeno.
ライアン、先頭から大きく
Double,
離れて
the super double still on here. Okay, we got the other
4
heals
番フェ
first.
ノーメノ、4番手にクロノジェネシス、内8番フェノーメノ、シュバルグラン、並びかけてきた。
Get the inherited top road skills. Get the good position heal on Visual Bright.
成田ブライアン、ビワハヤヒデ、この位置につけています。
Ultimate for both.
開いて4番フェノーメノ、そしてその後方には
We do pass the Blaze Rhyme.
さあ1コーナーから2コーナーへ向かっていく馬娘たち。一馬審査メジルブ
Yeah,
ライト、
because I think this is just the power stat at work here. We
それを
like
見るように
get into the overtake mode to just run by.
先頭は依然ビワハヤヒデ、3馬身リード、続いて4番フェノーメノ、その後成田ブライアン、シュバルグラン、並んできた。2馬身離れてクロノジェネシス、さらにメジルブライト、外で8番フェノーメノ、2馬身3馬身開いて成田ト
So
ップロード。
Hayahide going into final leg. We're gonna just pull away.
先頭ビワハヤヒ
They're
デ、
like,
レース
yeah,
は
so
と
yeah.
進んでいます。
We only lose once per day for round 1. 2 losses, so it's like 38 out of 40, which is really good. Round 2, we'll see tomorrow. It wasn't quite as good.
勝負どころ最後の直線に
Yeah, I'll be having it tomorrow then. Honestly, like, there were a lot of close calls around 2. We'll see tomorrow. And then, like, I think those wouldn't have happened if I got the retraining I wanted, but it is what it is. I almost hit the skid, but I just move my mouse down there. Wait, this is a video. That's everything, right? Yeah, so at the end of round 2, where's the stats? Okay, okay, so at the end of it's not round 2. After round 1, day 2, the stats are still pretty lopsided. I think we got like a 1 win on, yeah, 1 win, two wins on Fenomeno. Okay, We get to 5%. Then like Bright still doing pretty well, 17.5. But then you can see like the 72.5 on Hayahide is like really messed up. But yeah, I mean that's it for round 1. Yep, so I mean, very long stream. Each race takes like 4 minutes. The recording themselves like half an hour. Good thing we can skip through all the loading and all the UI stuff. We do get managed to like cram down like 4 hours of stuff within like 3.5 hours. It's always really long stream. But yeah, it's probably gonna be it for today. We're gonna try to train a new Fenomeno. Maybe 1 or 2 runs. Yeah, that's it. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna do all round 2 and then do the actual final because final starts tomorrow. This champion meeting is not quite over yet, so we're gonna try to do round 2 recordings and then do finals. But if that's not gonna happen, if it gets too late, I might just save finals for the day after and do just a final stream by itself, just like normal. But we'll see what happens. That's it. I'm gonna be out. See ya.